I'm Milwaukee on 100% because one other time you're going to be able to do this.
I mean, bro, you said that Milwaukee. Did he say slapped? Can I hear the slap part?
The Brewers basically slapped their fans in the face.
I mean, if we can just isolate the one part, though.
Slapped their fans in the face.
Can I get that again?
Slapped their fans in the face.
No, I get it. You said the Brewers slapped their fans in the face.
Slapped their fans in the face.
Wait, you said what? What is that?
Slapped their fans in the face
because they wouldn't make an effort to get Tarek Skubal, right? They wouldn't
slapped their fans in the face. Yes.
The manager of the Brewers, I don't know if he was technically addressing you here, but visited with the media and just the notion. Most people said the Brewers didn't pursue Skubal. You said they. What did he say? I think it was
slapped their fans in the face.
Here's Pat Murphy on the very notion that the Brewers did what you're saying.
The initial reaction that it was kind of like us against the Dodgers for Skubal. I don't believe that for 1 minute, meaning I know we went after trying to get that player.
So went after trying to get that player. Maybe he read Adam McCulvey's report over at MLB.com because it turns out the Brewers made, according to that report, a strong offer, maybe stronger than the Dodgers. It depends on your interpretation of these prospects. But the three prospects that were offered by the Brewers were all top 100 prospects. The speculation reporting is at least two of them were top 50. One was 18. The other might have been in the 40s. They did not offer the top prospect in baseball. But the point is that the Dodgers in offering and closing a deal with Zaire Hope and River Ryan and I always blank on this guy's name. Who's the third new?
Brady Smith?
Brady Smith.
Yeah.
I always want to say Bobby, my brother's name. Brady Smith. Two of those guys are top 100 prospects, and Brady Smith is just outside the top 100. And the Brewers offered two players in the top 100, comparable sort of ranges to River Ryan and Zaire Hope, and their third prospect was either just in the top 100, or just outside. Now, doesn't mean that Detroit did anything wrong. They obviously value the Dodgers players more. But the fact that you said that the Milwaukee Brewers, Bursch, can I get it again?
Come on,
did this to their fans?
Their fans in the face.
What was that?
Slapped their fans in the face.
Just having gotten to know you, I figured you want to apologize to the Brewers.
I'm going to apologize to absolutely nobody. And I'll tell you why. Mm-hmm. Because first and foremost, yes, it's very different when it comes to the Dodgers and the Brewers and how they can acquire talent. I mentioned it a couple different times. If you look at the Dodgers.
Wait.
Okay.
I already heard this, but
I know.
Said I can play the clip
okay,
again. I don't
so how
need you
this?
to play the clip
how
again
like
I'm some kind of...
Slapped their fans in the face.
You said they didn't go for it.
They
did. There's a report.
That's reporting is their best offer. But was that their best prospects? Were they acting out of desperation, knowing that
they made a good offer, reportedly?
Let me ask you a question. How many pitchers do they offer?
How
many pitchers do they offer?
I am going to apologize, okay? Where's the camera? To the Brewers. I want to apologize that I believe my partner, Doug McCain, and I celebrated his beautiful aggression on the radio when he said that you, Milwaukee Brewers,
slapped their fans in the face.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so now that you said that, I will take this opportunity to apologize to absolutely nobody, like Conor McGregor said. And let me tell you why, Bill. Okay. How many pitchers did the Brewers offer?
I don't
Zero.
Yeah.
Did they have pitchers that they could have offered?
No, they offered. I mean, they offered some pitching prospects.
Yeah, but none of the caliber of a River Ryan.
Well, actually, reportedly, they may have offered. It's unclear. But look, the Dodgers made a better offer in the eyes of Detroit. That's all that matters. I just think, and it's not just you. My buddy Adam Klug called me today, who's the program director of the Odyssey San Diego station, the home of the Padres, actually. But no one's perfect. And Adam made the exact same point. I'm like, whoa, au contraire. There's some reporting out. He's like, they didn't even go for it. So it's okay to be wrong, Doug.
There's level. Okay, no.
It's okay to be like, oh, sorry, Brewers.
Here's the thing. What you're missing in this is this, okay?
I'm missing your apology.
And I'm not going to apologize, because I'll tell you why. And you can play it again. Here's the reason why, though. Slapped their fans in the face. The Brewers have a pitcher in Logan Henderson who I heard that maybe if they included him, maybe talks could be different. Also, the Brewers have the best prospect in all of Major League Baseball. They have Jose Mata. And Jose Mate is Jesus Mate is the top prospect in all of baseball, right? And the reason why I think it's a slap in the face if I'm a Brewers fan is the fact that, guess what? They have never won the World Series. They have the best record in all of Major League Baseball.
I've heard this take.
I know. So that's why it's a slap in the face, though.
You said that they didn't make an effort.
Oh, I didn't say they didn't make an effort.
Can you play the whole clip for me?
Go
please?
ahead. To say they didn't make it, of course they made an offer, but they didn't make a Godfather offer. The Brewers basically slapped their fans in the face by saying that even in a year when we have the best chance to do this, we're not going to do it. If I'm Milwaukee, I'm 100% because one other time you're going to be able to do this.
They tried to do it. They got turned down. They made a comparable offer to the Dodgers.
But still, okay, so the difference, though, is if you're the Brewers and you're the Dodgers, right? The Dodgers, they did have to, for example, when you get a guy like Zaire Hope, right? Zaire Hope, they acquired him in the Michael Busch trade. Typically, organizations like the Brewers, they would have promoted a Michael Busch, and they wouldn't have traded him for Zaire Hope. But the Dodgers, what do? They flex their financial muscle. They go out there and get a Freddie Freeman, so they don't need to rely on prospects like that. But the reason why I still think that if you're the Brewers, you could have been more aggressive is if you're not going to do it now, when are you ever? It is just a moment in time where sometimes you have to break through and take that risk. And they still put together a competitive offer. They were infielders. You had some prospects that definitely were attractive, but still, I mean, you look at River Ryan, he wasn't even a top 4 prospect for the Dodgers.
I'm going to do this on behalf of the show. I'm going to do it behalf on what you just said about your wife, Jean. I'm going to do it out of friendship. Ready? Here's how you do it. I'm sorry. You got me.
Okay, I'll really do it this time. Look.
I know you're.
I was not wrong. I still don't think. Like I'm not saying that they didn't make it.
You said they physically assaulted their own fans. They made an offer in a competitive. I'm glad that it didn't go through, but dude, you're not the only one. You got this wrong like a lot of us did.
They offered Luis Pena. Luis Pena is a 19-year-old shortstop. They did not offer Jose Mate. They did not offer Logan Henderson. If the Brewers had offered their top prospects, there is a world where they could have landed Tarek Skubal. Was their offer comparable to the Dodgers offer? I think you can make that case. But to overcome and overwhelm and get a deal done, sometimes you have to take a major risks. And you didn't see that. The Dodgers, yes, they're that billionaire. They're that team where it's not going to impact them as much if the prospect doesn't work out. If they have a bad day, if they have a bad year, they can just make another move. The Brewers, they're that small business, that family-owned business where if they make a wrong move, the lights could be out. But sometimes to go from that small business to that big business, you have to take risks. And if I heard...
I know, but you know what the risk here needs to be taken is an apology. It's okay. We'll work on it together.
So let me ask you this, Bill. You're the Detroit Tigers, right? And yes, the Dodgers have a lot of deals. Andrew Friedman has made deals with Scott Harris, and that was a big reason why they were able to get this done. 2023, you had the deal done. Eduardo Rodriguez, they got nixed. In 2024, you traded for Jack Flaherty.
I'm ready for the question.
They wanted a pitcher, right? If you're the Brewers. And you're Bill Reiter, and you run the Brewers, would you have traded
pretty good life.
Jesus Mate?
I have to live in Detroit, though.
Logan Henderson, top players that may have fit and lined up with their needs, or are you saying, no, we're Milwaukee, we're a small market, we're never going to win a championship?
They made a competitive offer. They made an offer,
but they didn't knock their socks off.
Executives
did they make their
best
offer? Did they make their best offer?
When you are negotiating, when you're blind bidding, when you're trying to get something, you're trying to figure out the right price to offer. I'm glad it didn't go through. They could have offered more, but the slap in the face thing is wrong. It's okay. I was wrong too. I believed you. You were the Pied Piper, and I was like, I'm with you. Let's go. Let's go this direction.
Okay, so look, it might not have been a slap in the face. It might have slapped their fans in the face. It's not a slap in the face, but I do think it might be a little Flippy the Bird. I mean, if I'm a Brewers fan, Bill. Okay,
you're awesome. Yeah,
you're a Brewers fan, right?
No, I'm not.
Wouldn't you just want to say, you know what? We have a chance to win the World Series this year. If we get Tarek Skubal, you pair him with Jacob Mizorowski, you have the two best pitchers in all of Major League Baseball on the same roster and the same rotation at the same time, and the Milwaukee Brewers break through and win the first World Series in their franchise's history. Even if there's no more prospects left forever, you still feel like that's a championship they're going to celebrate in Milwaukee for the next 50 to 100 years. Wouldn't you want that as a Brewers fan? Here's our best. We have the Brewers have the number one prospect in the sport. Did they offer him? Did they offer one of their best pitching options in Logan Henderson? No. So I still think slapped their fans in the face. This was cruel.
Yeah, by you.
I'm going to slap myself in the face. Slapped their fans in the
You
face.
just slapped yourself in the face.
John L. Smith style.
Why won't you would rather physically harm yourself than just say the words, I'm sorry. It's okay to be wrong. By the way, you're wrong all the time. It's okay.
What?
I still love you, man.
Am I right? I'm right. Okay, like sometimes right, sometimes wrong. I genuinely am speaking from the heart in this situation. I will say this, and I will give you this, and I will say sorry for this, okay?
Yes.
Oh, man, just threw up a little bit right there. I will say sorry in that I do think that this offer was better than the one that I thought they had offered. But was it the best offer that they could have made? The Brewers had the prospect capital to, if they gave him the Godfather offer, I think that Tarek Subel's a Brewer right now. They did not do that.
Can I say one thing that maybe you would have trouble sort of, not your sort of
I said sorry.
They were on the clock. T-Mac and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. We are going to nominate some T-Mac and Reiter heroes of the day next on T-Mac and Reiter.
Slapped.
DMAC and Reiter is presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. It is time to nominate some DMAC and Reiter Heroes of the Day. These are the nominees that will be narrowed down to 4, and you will vote for the Hero of the Day, which we will reveal at the end of the show. You vote over on YouTube at The Fan LA, at The Fan LA. What you got?
My first nominee, I'm going with Matt Arnold, the general manager and president of baseball operations for the Milwaukee Brewers, just because he just put up a valiant effort, the little engine that could Brewers, offering all he could for Tarek Skubal. It was worth a try. He put up the old college try there. Didn't get their guy, but it was great effort.
I got to tell you. Is that an apology?
Yeah.
Is that your version of an apology?
I'm sorry.
It was good. I'm gonna nominate Tiger Woods for the DMAC and Reiter Hero of the Day for his 2010 valiant apology on television. That was, he got on there and he's like, I'm sorry. And he said the words a lot. He felt bad. It was a real cool thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
No?
I feel attacked. I'm going to go Mookie Betts. 4 hits yesterday. One of the only positives from the Dodgers. Lost to the Cubs, getting swept again. I know it wasn't great. It wasn't a great trip to Chicago. It was one of the worst series, probably the worst game of the year. But to see Mookie Betts show some signs of life, get 4 singles, look like he had that line drive approach. Dave Roberts did say that he didn't feel like he was in a great spot before the game, kind of was showing and wearing a little bit. The fact that he had some success, hopefully this is the start of something big for Mookie Betts.
That is a very optimistic one, and I hope I'm with it. I hope it works.
Yeah,
you know that I'm a little skeptical.
I know you are, and for rightfully so.
But I'm willing to. I would love to say the words about Mookie Betts. I was wrong. I would love to say the words about Kyle Tucker. He figured it out. One of those. We talked about this yesterday. One of those two guys, for the Dodgers to have the kind of chances that they need to have another to three-peat, one of those two guys have to perform in October, dude, and it's going to make it a lot easier if they actually learn to perform between now and then.
Yeah,
as a Dodger,
they got to. They have to. Guys got to step up. Seems like a little tease for our concerns later, but yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm going Madison Beer.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Madison Beer.
You want to just...
What?
Okay.
Okay. I got Madison Beer. Him and
I don't like PDA.
You don't like that? Yeah, you don't like it?
I mean, if it were Madison Beer, I might,
Yeah.
And Laura, my wife. One of those two might make it work.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they were just two little lovebirds spotting at Chargers training camp. She was playing with his hair. It was, I don't know how I feel about this if I'm a Chargers fan. I don't know if I want my killer instinct. I'm not a Chargers fan, so.
No, but you are a radio host who can make an assessment on the quarterback.
That's true. I'm giving Madison Beer the hero of the day just because, look, she's a great fiance. A great fiance showing up, supporting her man. You got Justin Herbert. He's got the world on a string, right? The big contract, the quarterback, tall, got a beautiful fiance.
Smart.
Screw you, Justin Herbert.
It's smart because it's like I need a lot of votes and Madison Beer. I like it. I'm gonna lean into your Mookie Betts nomination, where what you're really doing is trying to put into the universe good things so that Mookie can perform at a higher level. I'm gonna nominate along those lines away ballparks for the Dodgers. Ooh. So all the ballparks that aren't Dodger Stadium, so that Kyle Tucker can actually play well, because he does perform at an above average. He's pretty good. He's not 60 million good, but he's good when he's on the road. Now the lack of courage and the frailty and the just crumbling to nothing and turning to dust as a baseball player when he comes to Dodger Stadium is a problem. But I'm just thank you to the away ballparks for at least reminding us, and maybe Kyle Tucker, he doesn't occasionally know how to play baseball.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, that'd be wild if it was 2020 and all the games were played in Texas in the bubble there. Maybe that'd be good for the Dodgers, right? I mean,
oh, man.
We would have to play at Dodger Stadium. I'm going Pete Crow-Armstrong, and the reason why is this is great for baseball. An MVP race. This feels Sosa, McGuire. It's exciting. It makes you check box scores and check every single day. Pete Crow-Armstrong from L.A. went to Harvard Westlake. His mom was the mom from Little Big League, a great movie where he takes over the Minnesota Twins as the manager. The kid does. Great movie, a classic. And I just think that this is what the sport needs when it's the dog days of August. There's so many teams in it. You have top teams. You have teams chasing for the wild card. Pete Crow-Armstrong, though, is pushing Shohei Ohtani. I think he's going to take him to the next level down the stretch.
It's a real race, dude. And again, I'd vote for Ohtani. It's reasonable to vote for PCA. I think the problem is if you have the tie is going to go to the guy not named Shohei Ohtani. Even a close play at the MVP first base is going to go to the guy not named Shohei Ohtani. So for me, I hope Ohtani just levels up a little bit offensively, especially now that he's not pitching, because I think he's the more deserving player. But again, having voted for these things in the NBA, it often goes a different direction. I'm going to let one of the people in the chat nominate. By the way, everybody in the chat, slam the like button. Thank you for being here. I see some people have discovered this show. It looks like today and yesterday. Welcome in at the Fan LA on YouTube. Donnie Boy has a great nominee. I don't know if we can fit. We do 4 nominees and we try to give you some context. I don't know if we can fit Donnie Boy in the parentheses, but if we can, cool. If not, no big deal. The grapes that were being eaten by Herbert. Madison beer. So I don't know. I guess you just call them the beer grapes.
The beer grapes.
Madison beer. Like those grapes have created content.
Yeah,
and remind all of us that love is real.
It is.
Good job,
it
Donnie
is.
Boy.
It is.
Good job, Donnie Boy.
That's a good one right there.
That was a good one.
I'm gonna do Brandon Gomes, the Dodgers general manager.
Okay.
And the reason I'm saying this, Bill,
Talk to me.
is it's all about Andrew Friedman. Andrew Friedman deserves a statue and a bobblehead, and he's the GOAT. All that is true. Let's also give Brandon Gomes, who is the Dodgers general manager, who's in on all these decisions and these meetings and these conversations. Let's give him his flowers, too. I mean, he's definitely a big part of it as well.
He's being nominated for Hero of the Day because the job he has?
Yeah, because he's a big part of the reason why they got Tarek Skubal.
Can you give me any specifics?
Yes, because he's the general manager of the Dodgers.
I know his title.
Brandon Gomes. And he doesn't get enough credit and not enough love. It's always about Andrew Friedman. It's always about Andrew Friedman. And Andrew Friedman deserves it. He does. But I don't hear enough about Brandon Gomes.
You're just putting his name on there. He didn't do anything.
Brandon Gomes didn't do anything?
Tell me what he did.
I mean, he's a part of all the decision-making with the Dodgers. He's Friedman's right-hand man.
People love it, though. The pandering works. No, it's magic.
Wait a minute. This has got to be one of your wildest hero questions.
I hope he wins because I want to say Gomesing gone.
That works. That works.
It didn't work. That's so nice of you. I think we should nominate Dodger Stadium. Just kidding. That's just pandering. Gomes, bro, come on, man.
Are you
serious?
serious?
You're like leaning in.
So it was the trade deadline, and how many times have you heard people tweeting out, "Oh, Brandon Gomes is a big reason why the Dodgers have won"?
I've never heard anyone tweet anything because it's a written medium.
It's Brandon Gomes.
What are we talking about?
What do you?
I know his title. I know he's the GM.
He's the vice president and general manager of the Dodgers. No one talks about him yet. The
Are you
Dodgers
having trouble getting him to call you back or something? Why are we nominating Brandon Gomes?
He's a back if we can't get Friedman. Okay. Now,
I didn't know that. Like I was saying, that is one of the great hero nominees.
The jig is up.
Brandon Gomes he's a star. He's a star. My bad. Might be. Somebody. Oh my God. Okay.
Wait a minute. Someone says Madison Beer's grapes, and you're cool with it. But I say the vice president, general manager of the Dodgers, and you say that's a weird hero, and an illegitimate one.
The grapes literally did something important this week. I don't know what Gomes did.
Really?
Yeah.
He did more than just give Justin Herbert grapes.
I want to nominate Quentin Tarantino's assistant. Great job.
Okay. I see what you did right there.
What are we talking about, dude?
I can't. Every now and then I feel like I'm back in the corner here.
By the way,
yeah.
Your Uber driver should be nominated. Got you here today. Great job, guy.
Oh, man. I got to go with Terrence Ferguson for the Rams. Tight end. He has really shown out. He's turning some heads. One of the top picks for the Rams last couple of years. He's been big.
Sorry, I want to nominate Brock Marine. I meant to bring this up. I don't know if we want to put him on there because it is pandering, but he had a great take about how he thinks tight ends are the next highly paid position, and they're going to be paid at the level of running backs now and receivers before. And he was talking about if you're a sophomore in college at tight end and you become elite, you're going to get paid. It was really a good take. And I meant to tell him when he was here, right? But they're going, and we're so I don't know if we can put Brock on there because that feels a little panderish, but maybe we can. I'll let Sammy and Bursch decide.
Yeah, Brock is the man. I want to say I've watched his interception where he intercepted Matt Stafford like 5,000 times.
I didn't know that, dude.
I know. It was Ben and Ben asked him about it, and I've watched a million times. I mean, intercept Matthew Stafford.
And, dude, I also want to nominate all the clockmakers because they do an amazing, amazing job. Our 5 worries about the Dodgers after the trade deadline next on D-Mac and Reiter. All right, welcome back into the show. It's T-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That is calldowntown.com. If you are listening on the FM, if you're listening anywhere, you can call in anytime. We want your phone calls. We want your voice. We want you to be part of the conversation that Doug and I are trying to have on this show, and we want to keep it 100 all the time. We're not always going to agree with each other. You're not always going to agree with us, but I promise you we will work hard to talk local sports all the time. Do it with candor and do it with as much information insight as we can muster. I love doing this show with this guy, with D-Mac, and we love that we get to come into your home, your car, your work, your world, whatever. So if you want to call in, awesome, 855-97-LA fan. Thank you regardless, however you're listening, wherever you're listening, for being a part of the show and listening to the program. So we're going to get in. All right, trade deadline's come and gone. Obviously, the Skubal thing, the Tarek Skubal thing is great news. The Dodgers also went out and got a couple catchers because now we know Dalton Rushing, that UCL tear is worrisome, and Will Smith obviously still not playing. We're going to flip this. This is Doug's idea. It's a great idea. The 5 concerns, the 5 worries, you're going to count us down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for the Dodgers now post MLB trade deadline. What are the things to worry about? Before we do it, we've never done this before. Can we family feud? Are you a Family Feud guy?
I've watched a couple times.
I feel like we're almost family. We've almost feuded today, so like a Family Feud.
Mainly Feud, for sure family.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure family.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, you okie dokie me on that. I was like, oh, okay, got it.
I'm a big what's up, fam.
You're my guy, too.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm going to try to guess. I have 5 guesses. And the way Family Feud works is that they have a big board, right? It'd be like, what is Americans' favorite dinner? And then you have to spaghetti meatballs. And if you get it right, ding, ding, ding. And if you get it wrong, you get a buzzer. Yeah. All right, so we have a little game show music. It's T-Mac and Reiter Family Feud. I'm not trying to guess here, before we get into them, your 5 concerns for the Dodgers. Bullpen.
Bullpen, 100% is on there.
Let's go.
And with the bullpen...
No, we're not going to do it yet.
Okay.
I'm just going to... But I like it.
There.
Ohtani. Okay. 2 for 2? Get out of my mind. I get out of your mind. The catching situation. The catching position for the Dodgers. Wow. 3 for 3.
We hang out too much.
I don't know how you'd phrase this run production. Okay. I feel like the losers on Family Feud where they go, hamburgers! And it's like, no, man.
So it's not that runs are not important, because they absolutely are, but it's a specific area in run production.
I'm excited to get to it. And then the last one's a little... I basically wrote down Snell and Glass now in terms of what are they going to look like. Okay, started real strong and I finished like a real loser. So without further ado, we know 3 of them. It is time for D-Mac's 5 biggest concerns for the Dodgers with the MLB trade deadline having come and gone, closed on Monday.
All right, so let's start with number
5.
Drive, baby, drive.
All right, number 5.
Seatbelt.
You're close with the run production, right? And maybe I thought about giving you a thumbs up, but I think specifically the type of run production that the Dodgers have had. And we know that when it comes to runners in scoring position, they've had one of the better offenses in baseball. Last couple of weeks, they haven't been really good. I mean, you look at the series against the Cubs, all 12 of those runs came via the home run ball, and that's it right there. The specific home run element of this, because the Dodgers team...
So number 5 is power.
Number 5 is just the power outage and the downward slump when it comes to power. And the 5th is that, can the Dodgers slug their way to another title, and can they get timely home runs like they had last year? I've always said if you want the dub, you've got to slug. And in the postseason, Bill, teams that out-homer their opponents win at a 78.6% clip. This Dodgers team, 45-12 when they hit one home run. 45-12. That's a 789 win percentage.
That's a great stat, dude.
No home runs, a 304 win percentage. So their success or failure is a lot of boom or bust. And the other thing, too, is this is a Dodgers team that's projected to hit 45 less home runs this year as a team than they were last year. Yes, you've dealt with some injuries and down years. Shohei Ohtani hasn't had the same level of power, but you are seeing a team that's power has declined. Mookie Betts, he's not a big thumper anymore. He's not living his Betts life. He's not hitting home runs. He's hitting singles now. Even you see Shohei Ohtani, he's not on pace to hit over 50 home runs again. He's hopefully going to hit 40. So the thing about last year is, and all these people, Dodgers are winning baseball. This is the best team ever. it was timely home runs and great pitching last year that won them the World Series.
So I'm not trying to do a list within a list. What do you call those things? Where you pull out?
Listception.
No, okay, yes. Oh, listception's better than I was going for.
Let's go.
Was that a Christopher Nolan reference?
Yeah.
That was so good.
Let's go.
When you're in the list, you don't know that you're in the list.
Yeah.
Who are the 1, 2, 3, 4 quickly? Like, who are the Dodgers that are the most important in terms of what you're talking about? Ohtani?
Ohtani first thing, Max Muncy, and
Yep.
also Teoscar Hernandez. If it weren't for Teoscar Hernandez's
yeah.
home run in Game 1 of the NLDS last year against the Phillies, I don't think they even win that series, or at least there's a chance that they do not. You look at his home runs that he hit in 2024, he's been very clutch.
Is Rushing on that list, who obviously we don't know if he may not catch again this year. We don't know. He might be a left-handed bat. What does that look like? Would you put him on the second tier?
Look, I don't think you can expect too much from Rushing, just because, I think he hit 12 home runs this year. He didn't really have big moments last year, but I think Andy Pages certainly should be on that list.
Really?
He's going to be someone that's going to step up and take that next step in his career.
He's cooled off a little bit.
He has cooled
A
off,
lot.
but he's their everyday center fielder, and he's going to most likely have that role in the postseason.
You said
so
defense doesn't matter earlier, too. So
I did not say that. It's so funny.
Defense doesn't matter for PCA, but it does matter for Mookie when he can't hit.
I said that you okay. Look, okay, for someone that accuses people of the S-Man arguments, you do a lot of them yourself.
I didn't even know the S-Man argument was until I heard it.
Should come as Hollywood's like a scarecrow or something. I don't know.
By the home run thing, I almost put it down. I
hate to simplify baseball, right? But
No, it's
you look
good.
at last year.
Yeah.
Look at Game 7 alone. Game 7 alone. If the Dodgers don't get the home run from Max Muncy in the 8th inning, the game-tying home run from Rojas in the 9th inning, and then also
look at the almost
Will
comeback
Smith home
yesterday,
run.
dude. Like
Yeah.
yesterday, the Dodgers almost came back down 7-1 against the Cubs in the 8th, right, where they had the 5 runs because of some home runs.
That's it. Their power's down,
love
too.
it.
Their power's down.
D-Mac and Ryan, New 97 on The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. We're doing Doug's 5 biggest concerns about the Dodgers post-MLB trade deadline.
Number 4.
We talked about it. You mentioned the bullpen. And yes, every year the bullpen's always a concern just because it's volatile. There are lots of one-hit wonders in the bullpen. You see guys like Will Klein dealing with some bone chips. You see Tanner Scott looks better this year than last year. I still don't have complete trust in Edwin Diaz. I do not.
And I'm really excited. It's so interesting because we're going to do who do we trust in sort of order for a final out of a World Series or an NLCS Game 7. And I don't want to do the segment before the segment, but the Edwin Diaz thing is really, yeah.
It's fascinating. It really is.
So we know that a lot of the bullpen is going to, in theory, improve because some of these guys are going to be moved to the bullpen, and Dave's going to Robert's going to have some options. Roki's the best example, but not the only one. Hopefully, Robo. Okay. What's your confidence level that Edwin Diaz in particular, between now and the postseason, can get to a point where you're like, oh, I'm in. I'm a believer again.
I'm at a 6.2.
That's
I
low,
really
dude.
am. Just because the stuff is electric, but it's not electric on every single pitch. It's not like he's someone that's going to throw triple digits by you on every single pitch. The slider is nasty. We know the confidence is there, but he's dealt with home run issues himself. And to me, the reason why, Bill, I have this on this list is not necessarily because they've struggled of late, which they have. This unit, since the start of July, they posted a 5.07 ERA. That's 23rd in the sport. They struggled to give a home runs. But the reason why I have this on this list is because some of their contributors, some of their key guys in the postseason, haven't even thrown a pitch for the Dodgers this season, potentially. I'm talking about Seth Halverson, who they traded for from the Rockies, who's pumping 102. Chris Bubich, we talked about, could be a part of that. Brock Stewart has been injured. You mentioned guys that could be thrusted into that bullpen. Will Roki Sasaki capture that magic again? Will Justin Robleski have gas in the tank?
You have confidence in Roki in that respect, right? I do. He's pitching, he's so...
Baila la Roki.
With the big glove and the pitch tipping gone, like his stuff and his confidence are finally.
He's
unified.
not afraid of the moment. I do think that is going to be a weapon. But the bullpen every year, you just never know. Look, part of the reason why the Dodgers lost so many years, it was guys not being able to get it done out of the pen, and we've seen so many examples of that. And hopefully this year we'll see what we've seen for this 2-year stretch where the bullpen's been able to shut it down, and they're going to be able to add those reinforcements. So the bullpen always keeps me up at night. It's always scary.
I think it also has the most. I don't know your other things, but I think in terms of what the variable, the ceiling and the floor, the bullpen. You tell me the bullpen's lights out in the postseason. You tell me it costs the Dodgers advancing in the series. Sure, I believe either of those things.
Yeah, 100%.
Crazy. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not driving.
Number 3.
Reach across the car and grab the wheel.
Number 3, I'm going with the health of Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
And yes, of course, Shohei Ohtani could probably put this at number 1 on this list, but I feel a little more confident in the recent days. He's not thrown a bullpen yet. He has not gone out there and done the labor and gone through the process of getting back on the mound. But the reason why I don't have this at number 1 is because the Dodgers went out there and they traded for Tarek Skubal. So that takes less pressure off Shohei to have to pitch. And like I said, he is found money when he does pitch. You only need him for a couple of innings, maybe 3 or 4 innings. He doesn't count against the roster spot. And because of the Ohtani rule, he starts, and then you have some piggyback potentially. So I think that's going to take stress off the knee, which is going to improve the offense, and it's going to help him do something that is more important than winning the MVP this year, and that is winning the World Series MVP.
I think you've been unfairly maligned in the chat, where a lot of people are hanging out at the Fan 11.
Really? What are they
YouTube,
saying? Hit me.
As a Mookie apologist, I will say this. You do put your chest out in that you don't ever want Shohei to pitch or have joy.
I want him to pitch within the constraints
Of 3 innings.
Okay, hey,
3. And I know your found money thing. I know how smart you are. I know your found money
the
thing.
unicorn is just a horse right
You're
now.
trying to plant the narrative that he doesn't have to be a pitcher and that when he does, it's a nice little bonus instead of an. I'm emotional.
I see
what
that.
you're doing to Ohtani.
Like a Freddie Freeman in Atlanta
I
right
just
here.
started, I
Jeez.
just I lost my. Use your words, Bill. Anyway, I see you.
Look, I mean, I mean,
see you.
I truly mean it, and I feel good about the fact that
How do you feel about his health right now?
I feel good about it. I really do. Just hearing him talk yesterday, just seeing the things that he was saying, it didn't feel like there was too much of a concern, and just the production has been there at the plate. Shohei Ohtani is the most important player in baseball, especially for the Dodgers, just because the Shohei Ohtani, the offensive player, is just so much important than Shohei Ohtani, the pitcher. But guess what? With the Ohtani role, his ability to pitch, he's still going to help this team in so many different ways.
Just very quickly, the chat is live, and I'm not sure
Live.
I'm supposed to put my fingers on the scale here. Not the chat, excuse me. The poll for the Hero of the Day. I've already voted for Madison Beer and her grapes because I find it hilarious.
Vote for Brandon Gomes.
Brandon Gomes has the number of votes that you would give him currently, if you're being honest, 0.
Oh, come on. So unfair. So unfair. Yeah. But let's keep it moving.
Number 2.
Let's keep it moving.
Keeps it moving? I don't know what to say.
I'm a
Okay.
great guy.
Hey, so this one, I definitely have a little more concern,
Okay.
and that's the health of Will Smith. So Will Smith, like Brandon Gomes, I don't think gets enough credit for the success of the Dodgers, right? Ohtani sells tickets. Ohtani sells jerseys. Freddie sells tickets and jerseys. All this great stuff. Will Smith, though, he gives you big-time moments in the postseason. Also, he's the guy that's responsible for handling all of these pitchers, right? The Dodgers have names that are bigger than Will Smith. They don't have many players they can afford to lose more than Will Smith either. He is so important to this Dodgers team because he plays the most important position defensively. And now with Dalton Rushing, who maybe there's a chance he does get used off the bench as a left-handed bat. I don't see it. I think that Dalton Rushing is done for this year. I truly do believe that.
It feels that way, doesn't it?
I think so. I mean, Dave Roberts said yesterday that, hey, maybe he loses 125 plate appearances and he's not developing as a catcher as much. But you probably need another lefty because all the right-handed bats off the bench are righties, right? You got Kike, you got Rojas, you got Alex Call. They might have to look at another guy within the system as a lefty. We'll see. Maybe could they bring up a DePaula or whoever it may be?
By the way, I'm with you on the concerns. Also, the 2 guys, and no hate to the 2 dudes they brought in, but the 2 catchers who are currently the catchers of the Dodgers do not inspire a lot of confidence.
That's the thing too. Is Ben Rortvedt does have experience with this team, and so does Hunter Fiducia. They're not Will Smith. And I think that Ben Rortvedt has built a lot of trust within the organization, and they will go with him. And he did start the first 4 games in the postseason last year for the Dodgers. But think about Will Smith. And I was watching the highlights yesterday. That home run that he hit, too, it was spectacular, right? It's not just the defense, it's the offense. The home run that he hit in the World Series was the most important home run as far as win probability ever. Before he hit that bomb in Game 7, the Dodgers' win probability was around 30%. After he left the yard, it went to 81.4%. And then also, too, the clutch play he made, getting his cleat on the plate when Miguel Rojas was going home to keep Isaiah Kiner-Falefa off of home plate. So he's humongous. They need him back. And right now, he has been throwing. He has been swinging. He is lifting. But, Bill, you're going to have to build him up. You can't skip steps. And he's going to have to ramp up in a pretty lengthy rehab stint, too, because he's missed so much time.
Dude, for a team in the Dodgers that are the best team in baseball on paper, that just got Scooble, that have won back-to-back World Series, that have by far the best front office person on the face of the earth, and Andrew Friedman. I guess you go with Gomes, but I would go Friedman as the answer to that question.
Now we're doing
who
that.
are just loaded. There are a lot of things to be worried about. There are a lot of. It's not. It's not easy to win a World Series, and the sample size factor and the competition and all. There are. I want you to get through your list, but there's.
No, keep going because this is a perfect
worries,
segue.
dude.
This is a perfect segue to number one.
There are. Are we at number one already? We're not at number one though.
We're not number one.
You know what?
We're at two.
Number one.
Number one. I believe we have one, right, Bursch?
You were on two, yes.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
do you want to do one now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to hit one?
Number
I want
one.
you to live dreams.
So number one, and this little bit of a cop out
Okay.
because it's not as specific to the Dodgers right now, but it is that baseball is chaos, and that baseball in the fall.
That's terrible.
You think so?
Yeah.
You asked me what are my big concerns.
The biggest concern for the Dodgers post the MLB trade deadline is that other teams can win. Yeah, we knew that.
yeah, but
That
also
was true before the deadline.
But also, it's the age of this team, and
Okay.
you're starting to see signs of that. The Dodgers have the oldest position player group in all of Major League Baseball. They're averaging 30.5 years.
You've been on this, dude.
Every single position has guys that are at the past. They're past their primes. As good as Freddie is, past his prime. You know he leads the National League in double plays grounded into. Do you know that?
I didn't.
He no one's hitting more double plays than Freddie Freeman.
What did I tell you in the break?
Rally killer. What?
I told you that I thought that. What? He doesn't listen.
Just kidding.
I told you that I love that Brock Vereen tight end thing because that's the kind of insight, the stuff I love when I hear stuff. I feel like I'm pretty prepared. And I love this job, right? And I said, you tell me stuff all the time I don't know. That's really smart and insightful, and I feel like I know a lot of stuff. I did not know that about Freddie Freeman.
And it's kind of wild to think,
Really
right?
interesting.
Because
it's a great. Yeah,
think about it. If I
great
asked
stat,
you
dude.
who'd you want at the plate with the game on the line, you would probably not say the guy who hits into double plays more than most players in Major League Baseball. But that's something that the Dodgers have struggled with this season is grounding into double plays, killing rallies, getting people on base, but just not cashing them in. And I do think that this all plays into just the theater of baseball. I mean, you look at the
How am I
best
smug? Sorry.
the
I'm in
best
chat.
team in definitely not.
I'm a little smug.
You're addicted to that. Hey.
I love the chat, dude.
The best team in baseball, they win 40% of the time, 50% of the time, right? The best team in the NBA, they win 80% of the time. The best team in the NFL, they win 70% of the time. I think that we have to surrender to the randomness in the theater of Major League Baseball. The NBA is like if you had a 100-round boxing match, right? The best fighter is eventually going to win. The NFL, it's one heavyweight fight. The MLB postseason, it's a bar fight. You just never know who's going to win.
The thing I love about baseball so much, and the thing that I know you and I have discussed, but I don't think people outside of sort of Dodgers world understand this, that Friedman has dominated, is it's two different competitions. It is a marathon that is a math, basically, contest over the regular season. It's a sample size game and trying to construct around that. And then it just switches to something. It becomes a sprint that is totally variable. And I mean, for lack of a better term, it is sabermetrics for 162 games, and it is clutch play and really important sort of in-the-moment decision-making. And by the way, good luck, bad luck. To actually win it, it's two different things, and you have to build both simultaneously.
Exactly. You can build a 100-win super team with all the stars, more stars than Hollywood Boulevard, but guess what? October baseball doesn't care. You can have the best lineup, the deepest rotation, the biggest payroll, but it's the pitcher who's hot. It's the bloop hit. It's the clutch at bat. It's the moments that the randomness takes over, especially in the shorter series to start. So, look, this is not an excuse. This is just the truth. The history of Major League Baseball, the best team wins maybe 5, maybe 6 out of 10 times. It's a coin flip.
Let me look for some optimism here.
Yeah.
And going to your, where was home run production on the list? Number 4?
5.
It was number 5.
Number 5.
So normally guys play really well in the regular season, and then the question becomes, can they figure it out in the postseason, right? Are they able to just like handle pressure, for lack of a better term? Sometimes we'll have players, and you'll be able to cite a million of them, who are role players, who aren't expected to be great, who don't do a lot in the regular season, that's not their role, who have these magical October moments. Rarely do you have superstars who suck, who just fall off a cliff and then figure it out. So I'm stretching here. Is there a world where Kyle Tucker, as bad as he has been, has a great NLDS or NLCS or World Series, and has a great game one and it just clicks something inside of him?
That's got to be the hope. I certainly think that
because he gets to the level that they paid him to be at in a series in the NLCS, and it doesn't matter this regular season.
Exactly. I mean, that's just, you got to believe you're Kyle Tucker. And I think, too, look, I've talked to players like this. I talked to Chris Taylor about this, and he would tell me that sometimes there would be years where the numbers in the regular season were down. But when the postseason begins, you look up at that scoreboard, and what's your batting average say? 0-0-0.
I'm such a loser. I'm literally getting getting chills, dude.
I mean, it's crazy.
Playoff
Taylor,
baseball.
It's the best, man. And that's the thing. It's chaos. It is absolute chaos. There's a reason why there's never been a National League team that's won 3 straight titles. There's a reason why it's very hard. We never repeat title until the Dodgers did it. It was 25 years.
Can I ask Bursch? It's your segment. I won't drop, but with your permission, can I ask Bursch a question?
Absolutely.
And force an answer. Bursch, no context. I just want to know who is more insane person, because both are me or Doug.
I know this is tough. You've asked me this before.
Have I?
Yeah.
Well, you know it's better now.
Doug.
Okay.
No, dude, this dude's unhinged. This dude's unhinged.
It's a close call.
This dude's crazy.
It's very close.
It's kind of PCA versus Ohtani. No, what are you doing?
I'm not gonna.
No, you can do it. I don't care.
This guy, he's taking notes. He's writing things. Trust me, we both belong in an insane asylum. So let's get us our straitjackets for sure. But my man Bill Reiter, he's a crazy guy for a lot of different reasons. By the way, you reminded me when you asked me if I could ask you that question. It reminded you when LeBron asked you.
You reminded me?
No, like it reminded me
okay?
of when you were interviewing LeBron and he asked you for permission to
that was crazy.
ask for another guy on his Mount Rushmore. How special did you feel?
Pretty special. I was like, yeah, I also felt right. Like,
Yeah.
LeBron's like, can I have another name on the top 3 all-time list? Yeah, I guess so, LeBron.
That was so awesome.
That was cool, dude.
That's how I felt right there. By the way.
You did?
Yeah, I did. It was cool. I was like, yes, absolutely, Mr. Reiter. Ask away.
Somebody in the chat, it might have been Easy, it might have been somebody else, I'm not sure, said they have 0 worries with the Dodgers. I have a ton of worries. I have more worries about every other team in baseball, maybe. I mean, I understand that sort of dominant position, but this is the things that you just put together. This isn't, we need something to talk about, which we don't ever have that problem. These are all legitimate.
Yeah.
These are real issues.
And even the one that I didn't have on there that you guessed, that could have been number 1. Like the one that you guessed that I didn't have on here could have been number 1, and that is the health of Snell and Glasnow.
Yeah. Health performance, are they ramped up? Where are they at?
From what I've heard, things look really good with Snell and things look really good with Glasnow, but you're absolutely right. The offense has been down through parts of a big series in the last couple of years, and they've ridden just an absolute A superstar rotation. So if you didn't have Snell, you didn't have Glasnow, there would be a major problem. I think the good thing is the Dodgers have shown, hey, we're not going to chase 100-plus wins in the regular season, even if it means keeping Snell, keeping Glasnow out for longer. And I'm not saying there's anything shady about it or there's anything phantom about it, but I do think the Dodgers are out there saying, oh, you feel something in your shoulder? Yeah. Could you pitch? If there was a postseason game, absolutely. But for us, we want to make sure that we manage those innings and where you have you at full strength in October.
D-Mac and Reiter here on the new 97.1, The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. There are some really good comments from Donnie Boy and Easy and some other people in the chat. We will put them in the mailbag, just some funny stuff and some baseball takes. So if you have a perspective, if you have a question, if you have a take, get over on the stream at The Fan LA, and drop it into the comments, and we will do that at 5:30. Every day, 5:30 is our mailbag. Also, you can call us anytime, 855-97 LA Fan. If the Dodgers overcome the 5 issues that Doug just gave us and do face the opportunity to win a World Series, who would you want on the mound to get that final out? We'll dive into that next here on D-Mac and Reiter. All right, so this is a radio show. That means I have to talk. Bursch was over there just like, bro, we're back. I know we're back. No, I don't. Now I do. It's D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Someone has weighed in on our levels of insanity in the chat, and I slid it over to the mailbag. We'll get to that at 5:30. Thank you for hanging out and listening. Baseball coverage is something we take very seriously here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports, and it's presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi, one price, 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity, imagine that. What's up, my dude?
Oh, yeah. No, I just point out that yesterday I did sneak in the chat for the first time, and I typed something, and it was when you were yelling at me about how Mookie Betts is worthless, and what did you say?
Why was I yelling?
Oh, you were yelling. Yeah, you were just you were directing, saying that what is your line? He reduces from the sum of all human joy.
I mean, it depends on. I'll adjust it, but he
subtracts.
He subtracts from the sum of all human knowledge is the original quote.
So I basically put in there #bet on bets.
Oh, that was you?
That was me.
I saw that person, and I'm like, what is that?
You're messed up. You didn't read my comment?
No, it wasn't great. No, I wanted to.
Oh, back to the drawing board.
You were in the chat commenting about me while I was talking to you on a radio show you're on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm the one that's more insane.
Yeah, that was me. And it was in all caps. I did throw in the hashtag in there, too. So,
What is going on? As my children like to say, what the hell?
Oh, that's a bear. I've thrown that into to my vernacular, my pad, too.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. That's a cat.
That's a Bill Ryder special right there.
That's a real... Oh, you're a funny guy. 855-97-LA fan. If you want to give us a call, 855-97-LA fan. As you know, there is no Dodgers game today, but we have plenty of Dodgers conversation for you, as we always do here on the program. If you happen to be hanging out on YouTube, do us a favor, do yourself a favor. Hit that like button, hit that alarm button, subscribe to the channel, then you'll know when we're doing our thing. If you're driving around LA, if you want to talk some Dodgers with us, if you're hanging out on the FM, 855-975-2326. So, let's say the Dodgers overcome all of these issues, all of these concerns, all of these worries, and they get to the position where they're in a Game 7 moment in the NLCS, in the World Series. They got to shut down the opposing team. Let's say they're on the road. They're up or run, whatever the scenario. Who do you trust the most to get the final out? Are you up for just trying to go through this little bit, some of these names?
Yeah.
And is the presumption, if we go starting pitcher, the presumption is they're on some kind of short rest, right?
So, yeah, I think the way things would line up, you'd have to kind of factor in, would that guy go in Game 7? Could he be used again? I think that outside, I mean, here's the thing, though. Yamamoto was their best pitcher, and he still was available in Game 7. So I think that everyone's fair game.
All right, let me do this then. Let's figure out. Can I go through the bullpen, the actual current bullpen, and you just tell me who is the person you trust the most, and then we'll compare them to various current starting pitchers of the Dodgers. Is that cool?
It's cool. I don't feel great about the confidence, though, just reading some of these names. Yeah.
So you already kind of hit on. I mean, is there anyone in the Dodgers bullpen you trust more? So it is a Game 7 on the road, 4-3 Dodgers, bottom of the ninth. Do you trust anyone in the bullpen more than Edwin Diaz right now? I'm not talking bullpen before we get to the other guys. I know it won't be these guys. I'm just to set this up. For
the caveat here, are you guaranteeing me the best version of that reliever?
You're going to have to guess what you think that version will be in October. So Edwin Diaz obviously just came back. We have to have some patience. There's a rust thing here, right? So I think a lot of these guys you can assess based on their seasons. I think Edwin Diaz, you are entitled to be more optimistic. I think I will be a little bit.
Okay, so what I'm getting at is this, though. I think Blake Treinen, even though he's been injured, even though he's had his downs, Blake Treinen in the Game 5 a couple years ago against the Yankees, he went 2 1/3 innings, had 3 strikeouts, got him out of that jam. If Blake Treinen is at his best, he's helped his team win in 2020,
but it's
helped him win in 2024. I do think...
Okay, you're putting Treinen.
It sounds crazy.
Okay.
I would take Blake Treinen.
All right, so that's the standard of the bullpen.
Yes.
Blake Treinen at his best, which we hope and think maybe he can get to over the next 8-9 weeks.
Bill, in a perfect world, it would be Edwin Diaz, right? You hear the trumpets, comes out, he gets the save, bad trumpet there, working on my trumpet skills. My brain just did that. But I would say that in a perfect world, it would be Edwin Diaz. But I've never seen him do it for the Dodgers. I've never even seen Tanner Scott do it for the Dodgers. There's some guys that have big stuff out of this bullpen, but Blake Treinen is one of those guys that's still around that has done it. Even Evan Phillips has been injured in the bullpen. I thought about maybe an Alex Vesia, but I'll take Blake Treinen.
I want you to know that as a friendship on the radio, I knew you wanted to get to the trumpets. I wanted to interrupt you, and did you see me just not do that? Do you see me internalize Burst did where I go, okay, he really wants to do the trumpet sound, and I do the trumpets, and I'm just going to sit here and let him trumpet.
Yeah, I saw that. I
want you to see
I saw
the good
laser
stuff,
daggers
too.
being scared.
I want you to see the good stuff, too.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. That was solid.
Love. Okay. Justin Robleski or Treinen?
I'll go Treinen.
Okay. I mean, I guess I should have gone this name first, but Emmett Sheehan or Treinen?
I'll go Treinen.
Yep. This is where I need you to get. I think we should be. This is a guess. This is not. We don't know what. I'm getting into Glass now, and I'm getting into Snell. We don't know where they're going to be, right? So, Glass now or Treinen? Last out. Yeah.
With
two outs, bottom of the ninth, runners on second and third.
Glasnow got huge outs in that Game 7. He was really good out of the bullpen. He has bigger stuff. I think I have to go. I got to go Glasnow. He's bigger stuff. Give me the bigger stuff. Give me the bigger sword there. He's got that.
All right, so you got Glasnow over Treinen. I like it. Blake Snell.
Oh, Snellzilla for sure.
Snell or Glasnow?
Snell's giving him some bombs. I got to go Snell. Just bigger stuff, wipeout slider, nasty changeup, can change speeds on it. Give me Snellzilla.
Okay. Roki or Snell?
Ooh, you're kind of killing me here because this version of Roki's pumping triple digits. He's got a slider. He's got a forkball. You got the Baila Roki.
He has a glove that is the size of a human man.
He does. That's a big glove there.
I love it.
That's a big glove there.
It is.
We got...
I'm going Roki here, by the way.
You going Roki here?
I'm going Roki.
Over Snell.
Yes. But I have a weird love affair. I love.
I know you love Roki's your guy.
Yeah,
he's your guy.
Bad. I just love
Monster of the Reiwa
stuff,
era.
dude. His stuff is so electric. You need one out.
You need just one out. Yeah.
Runners on second and third, 4-3.
I think
Dodgers are winning bottom of the ninth, facing whoever they're
Roki's more susceptible to giving up a home run. So I got to go with Blake Snell.
He has. That's fair. He hasn't been lately, though.
He has not been lately. And look, we're talking about champagne problems here.
Roki or Glasnow?
I still got to go Glasnow. He's got better stuff overall.
Roki over Treinen? No.
Oh, that's a tough call. Because, I mean, you remember late last year, I mean, he was great in the Phillies series, had his moments against the Brewers, but in the World Series, they kind of switched things up a little bit. But look, look. I love the Roki of the year too. I love me some Roki Sasaki. Give me the Roki Sasaki in that situation.
Okay. Who should we go next?
Just tense, dude.
I'm tense.
Making me feel weird.
Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, I got to go with the Big Show.
Okay. Yeah, over everybody.
I didn't say that. You didn't see all the pictures yet.
No, that we've talked about. So
okay.
far.
Sorry.
Mr. Defensive.
Okay. I'm sorry. I got defensive there. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but yes, give me the Big Show. Shohei Ohtani. I'm getting memories, flashbacks of the WBC.
You rage a lot over Shohei. Do you even like Shohei?
Oh, come on. It's so unfair.
I know. It's totally not. Wherever you're listening, that was
okay.
fair. But it made me laugh. Okay. Scooble or Shohei?
So the interesting thing is, of course, with the Shohei Ohtani rule, right? This is basically you're banking on him being used and getting the game out of the way and finishing the job. You don't have to throw him in the outfield after, right? This is just the best version of what Shohei Ohtani is. I think that Scooble is better for a 6 or 7 inning start.
Okay.
But I think Shohei's got bigger, more monster stuff if you were just going to empty the clip and just go for the kill shot. So I'll take Shohei Ohtani.
Scooble or Snell?
Scooble.
Okay. So he slots in there. All right. Yoshi.
I knew this was inevitable. Of everyone on the Dodgers?
Yep.
Open shot. Fate of the universe on the line?
Yes.
The Martians have the death beam pointed at Earth?
Yes.
You better hit it?
Yes.
I want Iguodala. Just kidding. I want Yamamoto.
I'm the crazy one.
Give me Yamamoto. Honestly,
I'm going Yoshi. I'm going Shohei, by the way.
you're going Shohei over. Look, that's a good pull.
It's a great problem.
It's a great. I like.
Also, because of your protection hate for Shohei, he's not going to have a lot of wear and tear pitching wise. I mean, and who knows to what degree they're going to use. Oh yeah, my God, part of the plan. You didn't put it. If it's part of the plan, you'd have him over Yoshi.
I'm big on
Hating Shohei.
It would be, to me, I would love to see that moment, that indelible image of Shohei Ohtani getting the final out. As far as trust factor, though, remember he did give that 3-run shot to Bo Bichette in Game 7, hung that slider
He also
middle.
struck out Mike Trout.
He did strike out Mike Trout.
WBC.
If I could predict the future like a scriptwriter, I would prefer to have Shohei Ohtani have his moment, throw his glove up in the air, triumphantly win that first World Series MVP. But it's Yamamoto. Remember his quote? Remember Yoshi's
Spending
quote?
too much time with you because we are way over.
Are we?
That doesn't matter.
I thought this was okay. Yeah, I'll take Yamamoto. You take Yoshi. You take Ohtani. I got Yama.
So your order is Yamamoto, Shohei Ohtani, Tarek Skubal, Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, Roki, all the way at the bottom, Trinan. Of like the guys you would. Pretty good closeout list.
I like my chances.
I would go Shohei, Roki. Just kidding, but I love Roki. I would basically swap Shohei and Yoshi on your list, and I would put Snell ahead of Skubal, I think. For sure. Yeah, I would.
You would?
Just because I know that Skubal's pitched well in 2 or 3 playoff games,
Yeah.
but it's a different thing, and he's not been a Dodger, and we haven't seen it.
That's-
Now, I might if he goes through the postseason and the guy doesn't lose and has a .53 earned run average in his starts in the various series, I'll adjust the list.
Yeah, I think those are all great points. I mean, I think that my thought process for that was that too, is the fact that I would like to see Skubal as my Game 7 starter. We're talking 1 out, the biggest moment, everything on the line.
Yeah.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Remember his quote?
One of these guys won't be
Failure
available.
isn't an option.
One of these guys won't be available because
Yeah.
of the way it will line up, obviously. So, right, it's hard for Tarek Skubal to pitch 7 innings, sit down, then come back in the game.
That's probably not going to happen.
Checks, no, it's not allowed. D-Mac and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of L.A. Sports. We've got the latest from Rams camp and some news you do not want to miss next on D-Mac and Reiter. What up? Welcome back into the show. I'm trying really hard not to say what I always say when this song plays. I love this song.
I love the song.
T-Mac and Reiter. Me too, pal. Presented
No, I was
by,
just doing you.
Presented by, I knew you were. Presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. It is time for the NFL report.
It's time for the latest headlines on and off the gridiron. It's D-Mac and Reiter's NFL report.
Let's get it as I mess with my microphone. What's up, Bursch? Ryan Bershinger, executive producer.
Hey guys, we are back with the NFL report. And
Thank you just for not anointing yourself royalty. Please continue.
Oh, you're crazy.
What?
King Bursch.
Oh wow, that's very kind.
No,
Jester D-Mac?
just Bursch, man.
Okay.
Just
Bursch.
Puka Nacua has hired a new agent, the Wynn Sports Group, who also happen to represent Jackson Smith-Njigba and Zay Flowers.
I mean, for me, you know where I stand. I feel like extending him is a no-brainer. He's been balling out at camp, but clearly this is a long-term play to try to get a big bag. And look, I think he's the best receiver in the NFL. I think they should extend him at all costs, but this is Puka Nacua kind of making a nice little move on the side here to really indicate he wants to get a deal done to stay a Ram.
I'm not in the weeds on this, and if you have the information, Bursch, let me know. Normally, when a player or anybody that has an agent fires an agent, it's because they're pissed off at their agent. And so my hope here is that Puka is directing whatever angst he has about his contract situation either at himself or at his former agent and not at the Rams.
That's a great point. I mean, that agency has gotten a lot of receivers paid. I think the physical way that he plays, too, he's mentioned it. He wants to retire early.
Totally reasonable.
If that's the case, you want to get paid, play 5+ more years. And I trust the Rams are going to be smart about a new contract. He's going to probably get a contract up there with Jackson Smith-Njigba. He's got $42.1 million per year. The total value is $168.6 million. But it does feel like they're going to be patient. And I'm probably going to be wrong about the Puka extension that I called before. I didn't really call it, said I would do it.
I mean, I wouldn't yet.
Yeah.
We've had that. My brother makes fun of me because I say this all the time. I'll be watching a movie and be like, that dude's got a terrible agent. But it is so important, the agent that a guy like Puka Nacua has, not just for the negotiating. Agents have to manage their clients.
Yeah.
And when you have situations like Puka's been through in the offseason, accusations, worries, all the things that he's done or not done, as it relates to making himself better and or not behaving in the right way, and then the consequences with the Rams. Right? Whether you're right or I'm right that they should give him the extension like you think right now, or as I've talked about, this is I think an opportunity to sort of make sure this dude is. We know he's worth the money. Anyway, you know my take. I would wait. The agent has to manage Puka and has to manage. So I don't know anything about this agency as it relates to like the individual sort of ability to do that, but how they communicate with Puka and how they frame what the Rams are doing is going to be have a significant impact on this season for the Rams. This is a big story. We just don't know how to tell you what it means because we're not going to know until we know.
Well, guys, Trent McDuffie was on Bussin' with the Boys this week and broke down the moment that he found out he was traded.
I'm training. And my Apple Watch, bro, just ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, what is going on, bro? I look at it.
Someone did something bad.
I'm like, I don't know, bro. Do not disturb. Like, let me just focus on the workout. And then, I was like, oh, hold on, look. And it was just like, you're traded. And then my agent's blowing me up. I'm sorry, bro. Like, it came out before I could even call you this, that, and the third.
No way.
And I was just like, whoa. Like, for real, like, the world stopped for a second. I was just like, let me get my bearings. Like, what just happened? And then I found out it was L.A. And I was like, oh, I mean.
You were living.
Yeah. I'm like, well,
going back home, like, it's all good.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's a great. I hadn't heard that yet.
That was good, man.
That's a great.
I like the
clip.
sound effects. Ding.
Dude, so that is wild though that he didn't know that he'd been traded and he didn't know where he'd been traded.
That is, I mean, and for a guy like that.
You're going to Detroit, bro. Winners are going to be,
And you're going to L.A.?
Yeah. What do the guys say? Life is you're living? Yeah, you are. That's a crazy move by the Chiefs in the sense of the Chiefs are a very well-run football team, and so they have their own sort of reasons and cap situations. But that addition, if you didn't have the Myles Garrett addition, and you didn't have the Puka Nacua story, and you didn't have the AD sort of thing, this dude we'd be talking about McDuffie as this critical thing the Rams needed, and they went and they got one of the better players in football to do it. it's such a big story that's been overshadowed by other big stories for the Rams. What an offseason.
Certainly. I mean, you're bringing in not just a Pro Bowl, he's an all-pro level player as at a position where the Rams had their biggest need, and that is in the secondary. And Trent McDuffie, just getting to see some of these interviews, how he handles himself in the media. This guy's got personality. He feels like L.A. He feels like he was born to be a Ram. This is someone that started at Modern Day and then ended his career at St. John Bosco and was at Washington. So we're talking about someone that has been a part of just kind of the football culture. And I just love, too, those stories are great, too, like where they find out they got traded.
So good, dude.
I remember the Rasheed Wallace one where he was at a Cheesecake Factory in Atlanta and he found out on the screen. So it's always funny ones, and now we know where he was.
Guys, in talking with Nate Atkins of The Athletic, Byron Young said this as he enters his contract year. Quote, "Yeah, it'd be nice to get a contract right now, but at the same time, I can't ask for nothing better than what I have right now. I'm playing with a team I love, with great coaches. I'm in the NFL and going into my 4th year."
So that's big time. Byron Young is someone
Great
that
attitude, dude.
Great. That's the thing, too. The Rams, they're like the Dodgers in a lot of ways, in that it's not just how good the player looks, how the stuff plays, how athletic they are, how productive they are. They consider the talent level and the character. And someone like a Byron Young is focused on the right things at the right time. He's going to get his bag. He was formerly the manager of a Dollar General, by the way. He's going to have a lot of more dollars in general when he signs that big contract. I'm on the fly here.
I'm because the exact same phrase came into my brain, and I don't know if I love it or hate it.
I hate it.
You should hate it.
Thank you. Give me the slap in the face. No, that was a slap in the face this segment.
Literally.
Come on.
What was the slap thing? What do you when you said the slap thing? What are you referencing?
God, my face is hurting every time. Slapped their fans in the face.
Yeah, and Madison Beer, of course, a Hero of the Day nominee with her grapes, was at training camp this week along with her grapes and was seen getting comfortable with her fiance with her grapes.
It is work, man. It's a little weird. It's work.
Yeah, it is weird. I think a lot of the
beer
fans, you couldn't beer it? Yeah. I'm not with Madison Beer, so I got sour grapes. But, yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm happier with where I'm at for sure. I'm happier.
I distance myself from that comment in its entirety.
0 for 2, but look.
We got
for a guy that's never won a playoff game, I don't love it. I don't love it.
I love you, but you have to stop talking. We have to go. We're going to argue about the lockout next on T-Mac and Reiter. All right, welcome back into the show. D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Can I ask you a totally non-sports question before we get into and argue about the health of baseball?
You can. What's up?
You seem to be a person who has an answer to every question, trivia, facts, info. I'm waiting to see the Odyssey in 70mm IMAX. It is hard to get tickets. Do you have an informed sort of perspective on whether it's worth the wait or I should just go to a random theater? Do you know?
I would. I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in 70mm at the Cinerama, and then after that I saw it without it. If you can do it, I'd do it. I mean, it's a better experience.
Yeah.
You see the screen differently.
Okay.
It captures it more. Or you could just wait until it goes on FX in 9 years, like me.
Okay, you're gonna wait?
No, I got to see it too. I'm behind.
We'll still gotta.
I can still have to see. I saw Sinners recently. Like I'm
Have you seen
obsession. I haven't seen Backrooms.
Heard that's great.
Is it?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
We were going to do
great.
that fun thing with like movie reviews when there was that slow week. We never did it.
No, we didn't.
Yeah,
Let's get into it.
We could.
But you haven't seen any movies.
Well, I know. I'm
you
at
have
it now. Yeah,
I'm in.
I got to see Spider-Man.
Do you know what's exciting?
Was it?
That we get to give things away to the audience.
Oh,
sometimes. You ready for this? Call in right now, 855-975-2326, to receive a 4-pack of tickets to Wild Rivers Water Park in Irvine. Beat the heat for less with affordable summer fun at Wild Rivers Park. Over 25 attractions for all ages. They've got multiple kiddie zones for younger guests. Our kids would love this. DMAC thrill rides like Aquaconda and Boomerango, Lazy River, Wave Pool, Cabanas, and so much more. Make a day of it. Expanded food and beverage options. Keep the whole family fueled for fun. Lowest ticket prices available at wildrivers.com. That's wildrivers.com. Caller number 4 right now gets a 4-pack of tickets to Wild Rivers Water Park in Irvine. Again, 855-97-LA-FAN. 855-97-LA-FAN. All right. You're all mad at me. Here's the thing. Doug
Okay,
and I were
you always bring up the Royals for some reason here. You always bring up the Royals.
I've never brought up the Royals one time.
You're like, if you're a Royals fan, you probably don't like baseball right
now. I've never brought
now.
up the Royals a single time.
So
that's not true. That's a lie.
Look,
we disagree on the health of baseball and sort of. I do not think that baseball is being ruined by the Dodgers. I do think that a salary floor would be a boon for the game, and I know that a salary cap is the owners greedily trying to just steal more money from either their fans or the players, from their fans in the sense they don't reinvest a lot of revenue, some teams, into their baseball operations. But I'm in for a salary cap if it leads to a salary floor. And I don't think it would impact the Dodgers because I think Andrew Friedman will win and operate and succeed in any system.
So I agree with you on that. That if in a perfect world, if there was a way where you could get teams like the Pirates and the Rockies and some of the low-spending teams, the Brewers, the Rays, to have to spend more money on players, that would make for a more competitive league potentially. I think a lot of times if you have a salary floor, what ends up happening is you pay players that don't deserve the money on the margins more than they would typically get. But I think that
is true.
And that's something that is a byproduct of that.
You can also look, like we can get into the weeds, but you can look at what the NBA has done if you're Major League Baseball, and you can take the things that work and you can learn from the things that do not. I like the fact that the NBA requires teams to spend more money. It is also ridiculous the amount of money some guys that aren't very good, relatively speaking, make. Also, I think the aprons are confusing for fans and kind of stupid. So, stupid is the wrong term. I think that they're just not very appealing when fans are trying to digest what's going on. But there's a way to fix it. I think there's a way to do it.
So
successfully.
I'll make my case for why I think baseball is as healthy as it's ever been, even for the smaller market teams. And yes, you're right in pointing out that the Dodgers have a clear-cut advantage, and a lot of that has to do with their TV deal. And we can talk about that too and how much that helps them. But the first thing I think we should really point out when it comes to Major League Baseball is when you try to debate whether or not a sport is healthy or not or unhealthy, you talk about the Dodgers. And I know you're going to use the P word and say I'm pandering. I'm not doing that. I really am not doing that. And when you talk about what the Dodgers, let's use the Dodgers and look at it through that scope. The Dodgers have, it's so funny to me and perplexing to me to hear people say the Dodgers are ruining baseball because I know it's not. That's not the basis of this.
Nobody smart thinks that.
I
Even
agree
nationally, people are just like, that's true.
Yeah, no, look, part of the only reason I actually think this 6-game losing streak is great is because all these parachuting media members that never talk baseball and said the Dodgers are ruining baseball. Now, what do they have to say? But look, more people are talking about baseball. And I think the Dodgers, as a franchise, really have saved baseball from becoming the NHL. And I think the Dodgers are a big reason why it's past the NBA.
I mean, dude, no, we agree. I agree. But can I give you some perspective on why I think baseball is not as healthy as you do? Okay, so this is nuanced, and there's a lot here that sort of goes into this. I also think baseball's having a moment. Like a great moment, right? There's a lot of cool... You said this. The PCA versus Ohtani thing is really exciting. The fact that there's a Triple Crown winner that's possible is really exciting. The fact that the Dodgers are this force of nature trying to win a third consecutive World Series and this villain, you call them the evil empire to most of baseball, is exciting. And they're about to screw it up with a lockout, right? Like there's going to be a lockout, and we'll see how much they screw it up. Here are just some facts. The Angels have not made the postseason in 11 years. The Pirates haven't made the postseason in a decade. For the Rockies, it's been 7. For the Nationals, it's been 6. For the A's, it's been 5. For the White Sox and for the Giants, it's been 4. All of those teams, except for the Angels and the Giants, have made the postseason this century 5 or fewer times. There are 10 Major League Baseball teams, a third of the league, dude, who have made the postseason, who've made the playoffs 5 or fewer times this century. Only one NBA team, the freaking Hornets, fits that description in the National Basketball Association. Only 6 teams in the NFL, so basically half as many, fit that description. 44% of NFL teams, 43.75, go to the playoffs. 40% of MLB teams go to the playoffs. So the numbers are pretty comparable. That's not health. That's not great. It's really cool if you're a Dodgers fan. It's really cool if you're a Yankees or a Cubs fan. It's pretty great if you're a Mets fan and they ever figure out how to actually spend their money properly. It's not a Dodgers shot. And I know you and I don't really care about. In fact, somebody randomly hit me up on Substack today, just saying that they were listening to our show. They used to listen to me when I did a national show. They listened to our show. They really like you. But the guy was like, bro, I can't. I just don't like baseball. And I used to love it because he's an A's fan. He's like, I'm over it. I think sometimes when we sit in places like this, let me put it this way. I often forget that it's wintertime. And I'll fly to Cleveland for work, and I'll do it in shorts, and then I'll land, and it's 12 degrees. It is hard to remember the rest of the world when you live somewhere as amazing as Los Angeles. It just is. The same is true for baseball. It is hard to remember that there are entire fan bases where kids are growing up not rooting for the sport or really interested in it because they haven't had any success because we are spoiled in a great way. And we're not spoiled because the Dodgers broke baseball. We're spoiled because the Dodgers, as you've said, dominate baseball. But those are whole markets where the sport is not doing well. And I think you force owners to spend money. It's the greed of owners that's the problem, not the ambition of places like LA where the ownership actually will invest money. You force owners. I want to force owners to spend money on the product or to sell their teams.
So that's where I think there's a big misconception about just this entire competitive balance thing. I don't think that owners want a salary cap or a salary floor for competitive balance. I think that, look, you guys know I say parades over prospects. I think small markets, they value profits over pennants. And I think when you look at where baseball has been,
they're cash machines, dude.
They are. But still, though, you talk about competitive balance. The Brewers have the smallest market, the lowest payroll. They've made the postseason 8 of the last 9 years.
Yes,
you look, the baseball has had more.
Where they try, they succeed. You're cherry picking the data or you're cherry picking the teams. That's because the Brewers care about winning. Many baseball teams don't, and there's no punishment for that.
Here's the thing, though. So that plays into my point. You think that if the Pirates have to spend the same amount of money, they're going to have the emphasis on scouting and development?
Yes.
That's all that's going to do is just force them to pay players. The reason why these greedy billionaire owners, which I have no idea why anyone would sign with one of these greedy billionaires.
You can totally calibrate. Yeah, the answer is yes. You can calibrate how you construct a I'm aware that to construct what I'm asking for will basically lead to no 2027 season. And so that's a whole other conversation. How much because I'm not asking for the owners to win, I'm asking for the players to win, but I want them to win in a very specific way. I want them to win by creating a system that's good for baseball. And to answer your question, I think 1,000% that if you force owners to spend a lot more money than they want to on the baseball product, one of two things are going to happen. One that's going to happen is they're going to sell the team to someone who will do it the right way. Cool. Or the other, they're going to go, oh my God, all right, fine. Now I'll hire a GM who actually is good at baseball and not saving me money. Now I'll allow my front office to actually do some things that are baseball oriented. There are a third of the teams in baseball, their entire goal is just to create cash for the owner. They don't care about the product. I do think it would have a difference.
Here's the thing, though. The true reason why these owners, and they can say competitive balance all they want, we all know what the reason is. They want cost-controlled teams. And when you look at the profit margins, when you look at the health of Major League Baseball across the board, what makes a sport healthy, right? It's franchise values, it's television contracts, it's attendance, it's television ratings, it's competitiveness. And right now, the Dodgers, like the Bulls, like the Patriots, like the Warriors, like all the great dynasties, have allowed the sport to grow. You look at last year, Major League Baseball, franchise values had increased 13%. And once you add cost control, those teams at the bottom, they're going to profit.
The value of the baseball teams are up in part because they're allowed to just bilk their cities for money by not investing in the product. I don't care. I don't care what the Pirates are worth. I care whether, I think you're measuring success differently than me. I care whether kids in Pittsburgh are walking around with Pirate shirts on the way they are in LA with Dodger shirts.
I mean, look, here's the thing. You talk about Myles Garrett, right? You talk about Myles Garrett, right? He got traded from the Browns, a small market, to the Dodgers. I mean, to the Rams, right? You look at Anthony Davis from the Pelicans in the NBA, where you have aprons and where you have salary cap. You have Anthony Davis gets traded from a small market to a big market. Just because you have bad teams in other areas and you have these kids you're talking about wanting to grow up as their fans, guess what? In salary cap leagues, they lose their stars too. In salary cap leagues, they're not competitive too either. And look, the truth
not
is...
in the NFL, dude. The NFL is the ultimate capped league. And Green Bay is one of the like great winning organizations of the last 25 years, and they are. I've lived in
You've
Green
had more
Bay.
dynasties. You've had more dynasties in the NFL than you've had in Major League Baseball.
You also have more
the Patriots, the Chiefs.
No,
you can't compare football to baseball.
You're measuring it differently. You're measuring incorrectly. The question, maybe you don't know this because you're from LA, because you've had so much success. You can love a team and feel drawn to it, even if they don't win the whole thing. You can't if they win 45 games a year. I mean, dude, like. You don't have to have a dynasty to measure a sport by success or by parity. Do you know how many football fans were rooting for other teams passionately as the Patriots dominated and as the Chiefs dominated? Because every year in football, you can truly believe, without having to lie to yourself, that your football team has a chance, that you can turn it around. That isn't true in baseball for a lot of these markets, dude. It's just not.
You look at right now, the Brewers literally have the best record in baseball. You look at the American League. The Rays, they have one of the best records in the American League, the best record. And then you look at the team with the biggest payroll, the Mets, they're in last place. The thing is, to me, when I look at a healthy league, to say baseball isn't healthy, that's like saying the stock market is collapsing when they're having all-time highs.
Did you know
baseball is at an all-time high?
No, I'm gonna address your exact point because you just actually pointed out why I don't think you see this properly here on D-Mac and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Paul Krugman, who some people don't like, but is a Nobel laureate in economics, says all the time the biggest mistake people make is that the stock market isn't the economy. The stock market is great for people that have wealth. Because if you have money, then you're in the stock market, and when it goes up, you do well. It's not the same thing as the economy. So you're right. The wealthy people in baseball are doing great. Just like some would say, not me necessarily, in America. The stock market is not the economy, and the numbers for the Dodgers, which we love, or the valuations of teams, which I don't care about, is not the same thing as a healthy sport.
Okay, we go another different way,
No,
right?
I like your analogy because it made my point.
Okay, fine. We'll build on that, right? So you are saying that people aren't showing up for baseball games in smaller markets. That's not true.
That's
if you
not
look
saying.
at 20,
I haven't said that.
You said that the fandom for losing teams has not been the same, right?
You again, the connection and the ability to grow the sport in other places. Rich people go to stuff all the time.
Teams have ebbs and flows. The Pirates have Paul Skeens.
10 teams this century have made the postseason 5 or fewer times. Many have done it 3, 4. That's a dearth
in the last
of
16
success.
years.
That's
the Royals, the Cardinals, the Giants have won 3, Houston's won 2, Texas won 1, Atlanta's won 1, Washington's won 1. You've had more smaller market teams win the World Series in the last 16 years combined than the Mets, Yankees, Red Sox, and Dodgers combined.
And you've had many more droughts of success in baseball, as I've walked you through, than the other sports.
The Dodgers are proof, period, that you can spend a lot of money for a decade plus and not win a World Series. The truth is that you have a chance.
No one's having it.
You have a higher chance of making a World Series run in a smaller market and being a team that can compete and win a World Series more than any other professional sport, whether it be the NHL, the NFL, or you got the NBA. And also, too,
why are you arguing for owners who don't want to spend on the product? This is the thing I don't understand about your take and your perspective.
Because
I'm
arguing against owners.
The thing about the Dodgers that's so amazing, and the reason, and I know we're aligned on this, the reason that they're successful is they spend, and people outside LA need to figure, I think people actually know this, but the Dodgers spend an incredible amount of their revenue, their money, this is the owner does this, right? It's like, give him credit, on the baseball product. So when you go to a Dodgers game and you spend $150, you know most of that is going back into the baseball. So it's cool. We can do that. What we need, what I'm arguing for, which I think you're arguing against, is a system that forces the other owners to, in a similar way, invest a higher percentage of their money, their profits from their fans into the baseball product. That's all I'm saying.
But you also said that you don't think baseball is healthy, though, right?
Because that is not required. And that is the reason you have 2 to 10 times the number of markets in this sport who have had a dearth of playoff experience. Dude, forget winning a World Series. There are markets where they go every 5 or 6 or 7 years without a postseason opportunity. That is, like, if you're a kid who's 8 years old and your team never even has an opportunity to even pretend it can make the playoffs from 8 to 13, guess what? You're gonna root for a different sport. It's not good for baseball. Dude, baseball should be, I don't think it can be as big as the NFL, but it should be close. It can be even bigger. It's the best game in the country.
The fact that it
doesn't rate like it.
More people went to baseball games last year than ever before. Almost 72 million. That surpassed the attendance record for the 3rd straight season. It was watched by 51 million people in Game 7. Ratings are up. Attendance is up. Everything
like
from
I said,
revenue.
This stuff's nuanced.
And this is nuance. This is nuance in the sense that you're, to your point about reinvesting, right?
So you're arguing with me that I think baseball is healthier. What is the conclusion? Because I'm giving you
my
a
conclusion is this.
What do you want?
My conclusion is this.
I want a floor.
Okay, so can you have a floor without a cap?
Probably not, so I'll take both.
So and there's 0% chance of a cap.
You tell me.
That's what players say. That's what Jeff Passan said. That's what players say. But
that's why you'd have to have a lockout. That's why you'd have to have a long stoppage. That's why you have to have difficult, complicated conversations about whether it's worth it. Look, this is an LA radio show, and I think you and I do a really good job of understanding that we are talking about and to LA. So if you're asking me what's good for LA, which is not the conversation you wanted to have today, I'm with you, man. It doesn't matter what happens. Dodgers are going to win. So if you're asking me what's good for baseball to make it healthier, I don't think it's healthy enough. It is to get a floor. If you're asking me how that's possible, it's pain in games that go away.
I think what's good for baseball is having teams that reinvest their money start to thrive and teams that can win on the margin start to thrive. The bottom line is baseball is as healthy as it's ever been, that baseball is thriving more than it ever has in so many different departments.
I don't think so. I mean, saying it over and over again doesn't make it true.
But the thing is, so we talk about revenue.
I can do it too. Baseball's not healthy. Baseball's not healthy. Baseball's not healthy. It doesn't make it true.
But it is healthy. It 100% is healthy. The sport generates more, but that's like saying that's like going to a restaurant, right? And there's a 2.5 hour wait, right? And you're claiming that no one wants to go to that restaurant or that it's not successful, it's not healthy. Baseball is as successful as it's ever been.
That's like me saying,
and there's more parity too.
That's like me saying, D-Mac and Reiter 97 The Fan. That's like me saying there are lots of people that can't afford to eat at restaurants, and you going, look at the line at that restaurant. And me, yeah, because all the rich people are there. I know people.
Are the Brewers the rich people that have the best record in baseball?
Yes, there are rich people that go to Brewers games.
Okay, but we're talking about in the context of them being a team.
I'm talking about your analogy and the fans and the health of the sport.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you need to be rich to tune into baseball?
No, that's why a lot more than watch it on TV.
And that's something that 9 million people watched So you want it more
All right,
competitively.
what is the rating of an average baseball game on a Sunday night? Is
I
it
would
50, is it
say-
51 million people?
No.
Is it 20 million people?
I mean,
Is
it's
it the-
but it's
is it-
comparable. It's up though. It's
Is
up
it
like 22%.
Is it the 9 million people that an NFL game will get when NFL Network plays a game from 3 years ago? Dude, NFL.
You're comparing a 162 game season to a 17 game season. They're not apples and oranges there.
You'll surrender the relevance of baseball in a way that I won't then, because I do.
It's more relevant
think
than ever.
and it can be more relevant. It wasn't.
I
very
disagree. I don't know
relevant
if I agree with that.
7 or 8 or 9 years ago.
I don't know if you can
Man,
be more.
this spammers. Can we not block this? Sorry, in the chat at the fan LA. Sorry, everybody, about whoever's doing.
I think
this.
there's a lot of interesting things you can get into as far as revenue share, and the teams that make the most should share more, and that right now it's at a 48% split, and that you can start to think about maybe doing different things as far as deferred contracts. But I think that this narrative out there.
Here's another thing that I think we're aligned on. Like, again, this stuff is really complicated, and this is like this so in the weeds. But there's been all this misinformation about the Dodgers having a special TV deal that gives them an unfair advantage. I'm sure you saw this, and this goes back to when the Dodgers went through bankruptcy court in 2012. They basically had to save 50 to 55 million on what they pay, and so everyone's like, "Oh, 55 million! That's why the Dodgers win all the time." There are 10 other teams that also own stakes in their own RSNs, regional sports networks, where they can basically charge certain amounts of money, and the Dodgers still add $169 million to the competitive the competitive balance tax. So, like, the other thing, but I think we should be agreeing, the Dodgers are sending their money to other owners because they spend so much they get taxed at a $169 million clip, and those owners, instead of investing in baseball, are pocketing the money. I want that to go away.
Yeah, and look, I did some with Bill Shankin for the LA Times a couple years on this, and really what the conclusion is that with the Dodgers TV deal, that could be a 2-hour show, but basically because Frank McCourt put them into bankruptcy court.
Oh my God, what a terrible owner that guy
The
was.
court had jurisdiction over Major League Baseball, so Major League Baseball couldn't get a bigger split, and they thought the original sale of the team was going to be $3 billion, and the Fox deal was going to be what it was. Ultimately, it was an $8.5 billion sale, and you're talking about Charter Communications as a $55 billion company, right? So for the Dodgers, yes, they didn't create a...
It's a misnomer is my point. It's the savings is A, part of what you're talking about. B, there are 10 other... Look, again, a third of the teams in baseball have a similar setup, and I'm happy to pay for Dodgers games. I
don't think that the Brewers and the Dodgers should have the same advantage. I don't.
No one's saying they should.
I mean, the Dodgers didn't create a $334 million team advantage. They built a fan base, a market, a business. They created the machine.
We're agreeing with each other. But by the way, and I know we keep going long because we're having fun talking, arguing, having a good time here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. But okay, I know you know this, but not everybody does. Even if you were to do what I'm asking for, right? Salary floor, salary cap, the Dodgers still have a spending advantage because when we talk about the MLB draft is for U.S. players. It's for players here. You can go spend whatever you want trying to scout Central and South America, trying to scout Asia, trying to go and sign those. That's a money thing. One of the things, it's a financial advantage, but it's a willingness by the Dodgers ownership, is they don't scrimp on any level on letting Andrew Friedman hire a billion 20 smart people that they pay. Your guy, the guy that you think should be the hero of the week, Gomes, he doesn't make, $18 an hour, right? He's making real money. And so they wouldn't have the same. The advantage, the Dodgers' financial muscle would never, ever diminish in this scenario. What would happen is these cheap SOBs who own... And the other thing that pisses me off...
You could have tanking that opens up another can of worms.
The other thing...
like the Hawks and the Pelicans and the Hornets.
The Pirates just tank that is their general plan. These are public trusts. And again, you sometimes play the LA card on me because you were born here and I wasn't, so I'm going to play the other card on you. You've only lived here. You've never lived out the rest of the country. And so you are blessed and lucky to have been born and raised a Dodgers fan. But the reality is that those teams out there are public trusts, just like they are here. Not every owner treats it like a public trust, which is what you're accustomed to. It is easy for you to sit on your high horse in your city with an amazing baseball team, be like, I don't want to force owners to spend money, because you have one who does. But if Frank McCourt owned this team and he bled it for every single dime and he never spent on the product and you never never won, even though you were the Dodgers, and Dodger Stadium was an empty vessel of what used to be a real baseball team, you'd be on the side that I'm talking about. So I hear you from a Dodgers perspective that you don't care. Rich people often don't care about poor people, and the Dodgers and their fans, you guys are rich in greatness, and you've earned every bit of that, but that's not true for everybody out there, and I love the game enough to see beyond just the Dodgers.
See, I don't care if I lived in Bangor, Maine. I would feel the same way. I don't care if I lived in Indiana or if I lived in Minnesota.
How do you know? You never lived there.
Because the thing is about baseball is it's different. And to try to make baseball like the NFL, like the NBA, like the NHL, it's a completely different sport. There's more players. There's more moving parts. You can win without being the best and most financially healthy team. You look at teams like the Yankees and the Mets and the Cubs and the Red Sox. There's a lot of teams with natural advantages, but there can be more revenue sharing. You can do away with deferrals, but you're not going to get a salary cap. You're not going to get a salary floor. The Dodgers, they built this machine. The Yankees, the Red Sox, they should enjoy their natural advantages. Baseball's different.
Okay, that's cool. And soup is hot. The new 97 on The Fan, the voice of LA sports. We are going to get it. What are we doing? I don't even know where we are. What are we doing next? I wrote, your apology. That's yesterday's show. Pressure meter. Next, Team Mac and Reiter. Presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. Don't worry, D-Mac didn't quit. Didn't run out. He's here. He's hanging out. You can also text injury help to 40222. What's up, buddy?
What up?
855-97 LA Fan. I missed you, man.
Hey, man.
You and Bruce were doing some work.
We did some work in the break. Some just more talking, some more hyping up.
You've got,
got a little exciting project in the works.
I'm going to brag on you here, right?
Yeah.
Even though you don't love baseball.
Even though you love billionaire owners.
By asking for a floor?
That's what they want. That's what they want.
No, they don't.
You're not going to get just a floor.
Whoa, they don't want a floor.
They do.
They don't want a floor.
They do.
They don't.
They do because a floor means a salary cap. They want cost control.
So everything within a cap.
Yeah. You can't have a cap without a floor.
Do you know? So you can basically take baseball-related income, which is and you can
revenue share 40%.
Create an amount of money that is satisfactory to everybody.
That's totally different than having a standard floor.
A floor and a cap allows you to create a minimum amount that is spent. You can require the floor to be $170. You can require it to be $1 billion dollars. You can require the floor to be $3. It's all negotiable, dude. A floor is, it's the minimum that a team has to spend. So you can make that number, whatever. That's also negotiable.
I mean, if you're talking about adding aprons and things like that, that's a totally different thing than having just a standard floor with revenue share. They're going to try to, players are going to try to push for a more of a revenue share.
Yes. When you negotiate, you want more than the other guy, and they want more than you. But a floor doesn't mean that it's a set amount. The amount the floor would be set at would also be negotiated. If you told me this would never happen, but if tomorrow you're like the floor is $500 million, then that's a lot of money being spent on baseball.
Players don't want it.
Players want a floor.
Players want to have the system in place where you have the
players want a floor.
Players do not want a floor. Why would a player want? Do
you know what a floor is?
Yes, there's a difference between a floor and revenue sharing, though.
They don't want a cap, dude. Of course they want a floor. A floor raises the amount of money that goes to baseball players.
All right.
For people that are out there that are listening that don't know, a floor for a sports team is the minimum that team is required to spend. So if a team right now spends $80 million on their payroll and the floor was set at $150 million, they'd have to basically double their payroll the next year. Players absolutely want a floor.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't know. I think so. 855-97 LA Fan. You know what's exciting? Pressure meter.
Yeah.
We want pressure meter this thing?
We can do it.
Are you into it?
Let's do it.
All right. We're going to go through, we're going to try to come up with a list of maybe the 5 or 10 people that are under the most pressure in LA. Who should be on the list?
I would put
Pelinka.
Yeah, you could put Pelinka.
Okay.
You could put Luka. You could put
Herbert for sure, right?
Les Snead. I think has pressure to win with that roster.
Okay, more than McVay.
Yeah,
right.
I would say. Look, McVay has no pressure because there's nothing that would change his job security in the long term. So
Kyle Tucker,
I think, is on that list.
Here's an interesting question, and I don't know the answer is. Then this is different than the desire, right? Desire to win is different than pressure. Is Mookie Betts on here? I don't think he is. To your point that he's already paid for his contract. I know he wants to succeed. No one's gonna. He's a legend. Whatever happens for the Dodgers.
I would say there might be some pressure on him. Just the fact that he's playing at that shortstop position. He has been the same offensive player. I think there's a world where that's the case.
Austin Reeves.
I think Austin Reeves deserves a spot on that list.
Major pressure. I think Walker Kessler just got a bunch of money. All right. Pelinka, Luka, Justin Herbert, Snead, Kyle Tucker, Mookie Betts, Austin Reeves, Kessler. What about, Lincoln Riley? Huge. Lincoln Riley.
I would say Lincoln Riley, 100%.
Yeah. I thought I said Lincoln Kenny for a second there because he's a buddy of mine. We're a former buddy. Because you gave me a look like.
Oh, no. Yeah, Lincoln Riley definitely deserves a spot. Yeah.
Okay. Who would you narrow this to the top 5? Lincoln Riley's on that list, right?
I think Lincoln Riley's on that list. I think you might put, if Puka doesn't sign a deal, might have some Puka on that list.
I would go, would you put Herbert on the list for sure?
Oh, 100%. Him, Harbaugh probably on that list.
Oh, Harbaugh's
Mick Cronin probably on that list as a deeper cut.
Who is which Laker has the most pressure?
I would say definitely Luka Doncic.
You think more than Pelinka?
I would say more than Pelinka because, at that point, he has no moves to make after that. So I think you have to probably consider Pelinka for sure. But, it's pretty close, though. I still think the pressure on the player But it goes Pelinka.
What about Gomes?
Yeah, Gomes definitely not on there. He's job secure. I think you got to put Reddick on there.
Do you want to do a caller? See what you think about pressure?
Let's hit it.
At 855-97 LA fan. Jordan in Encino, what is up? Thank you for listening. You're on DMAC and Reiter.
Of course, I'm going to make this like a daily thing. I was the guy yesterday that was bashing Mookie, and I don't know if you remember me, but
I do. It was a good
anyway.
take.
Look, I love Mookie, and you know what? He's got a lot of pressure on him, but I think it's for sure. I agree with DMAC. Luka has a lot of pressure because he chose this team, guys. I mean, these are all his guys. You know, they let him know, I'm sure, before the season, they're like, these are the guys that are going to be available. I'm sure they spoke to them at some point, had conversations with them during the season, talking about, hey, I want you to come over here. You're going to be a free agent. You know, this is what all this stuff was worked out. The Lakers, they worked this out before, before free agency even opened, even though that's not allowed, right? I would say Luka first. I would say Mark Walter, because of reasons I don't even want to discuss on the radio. He's being investigated or whatever, but he's under pressure. You know what I mean? Because also he has to make an impression on the fans too. Impression on the fans. You know, this is his team now. This is his era, just like it's Luka's era. And then, I mean, obviously, Pelinka is there. I mean, he has nothing to lose, man. I mean, if this doesn't work, he's out of LA. He's gonna have to move to South Carolina or something. Anyway, I'll take it off the air, guys. Thank you, and God bless.
Jordan Encino, great call, dude. Great call here on DMAC and Reiter. All right, here's my list. You tell me how I screwed it up. You ready? I'm gonna go Riley 1. Based on Jordan's call, I'm gonna go Luka 2, Justin Herbert 3, Kyle Tucker 4. If he doesn't have a contract yet, Puka 5.
It's pretty solid. I think you could probably get on that one. I think the Puka one, I think you kind of eliminate, just because he doesn't play the most important position, right? And it's predicated on like other things.
All right, who do you want to bump back on there?
So we're running back again.
I got Riley, Luka, Justin Herbert, Kyle Tucker, and then if we bump Puka Nacua on the pressure meter here on DMAC and Reiter, you can go Snead, you can go Pelinka, you can go Mookie, you can go Austin Reeves, you can go Cronin, you can go anybody you want.
I think Reeves is going to subject himself to a lot of criticism if he isn't good. If he struggles and it looks like he's not going to emerge as a true number 2 option, a guy that you can put alongside Luka Doncic to help them get into a top 3 seed, he's going to face a ton of criticism. And then, too, the Lakers are just the bigger brand, the bigger team, the team that's going to face more criticism.
All right, DMAC and Reiter on the 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Speaking of criticism, Kevin Durant had some for a former teammate, and a very well-known former player went after one of LeBron's guys. You do not want to miss either of those confrontations and conflagrations next year on DMAC and Reiter. the show. D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Accident or injury. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Bro, you're busy.
I am. In between breaks, get it in there.
You're working.
Yeah. I don't have a floor.
People in the chat are like, where's Doug go? He's got a dude, this Rams podcast is going to be amazing.
It's going to be good times, man. A lot of people asking about it.
Yeah.
Heard a lot of people asking about your boy at Rams training camp. So
hell yeah.
There's definitely
on the
streets of
Rambling
Manhattan
out there.
Beach.
They're asking. They're like,
the Manhattan Beach streets asking?
I like that guy.
Wow.
I like that dude. You know what else they like?
What do you like?
Hardwood headlines.
Ooh.
Ball don't lie. Time for Hardwood Headlines with D-Mac and Reiter.
What's up, Bursch?
All right,
How you
what
doing,
up,
buddy?
guys? Oh, we're
Hey,
good. We're
Yeah,
good.
you all right?
Thank you. Yes.
Great.
I'm good. Hey, Jake Fisher has confirmed the Lakers' interest in Klay Thompson. Fisher reported that the Mavericks have been hesitant to buy out Thompson's contract due to strong interest from the Lakers and the Heat.
I don't love it, man. I really like Klay Thompson. I know we're going to hear more about Klay in just a second. Here's my issue with having Klay Thompson on this team, even at a discount. He sees himself as the thing that he used to be, and I respect that. I don't know how that fits with clearing the decks and creating a new culture built around Luka Doncic and a bunch of young guys.
Yeah, I hate it throughout this term. We've used it a lot in the last week.
No.
If anyone's washed, it's Klay Thompson.
Right.
He's just not the guy that he used to be. And we've seen the Lakers kind of gravitate towards superstars that used to be great, and it's a great name. Of course, you got the link to his dad, Michael Thompson, who played for the Lakers. It feels like he was always someone that was destined to be in the purple and gold at some point, but I just think he complicates things.
They're great people.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's washed, isn't he?
He is. I mean, look, it's no
real.
fault of his own. I mean, he's someone I still think, could he be a double-digit scorer and help a team that could always use more shooting? He could. There's a world where that happens. But
they don't need this. This is not the piece that they need.
Yeah, and I think, too, that the Lakers have already pivoted from being that team that goes to retreads, that just goes towards names. You've seen smart, sensible signings, new, fresh names, younger names. The last thing they need to do is bring in a Klay Thompson who's going to put on that uniform and think that he can be Golden State Klay Thompson.
I will just say this as a counterpoint to my point and your point, and then we can move on to the KD ugliness. DeAndre Jordan's a guy who has found a way to be a leader and a role player. So I don't know where Klay's at in his career. I've been around the guy a little. He's a great guy. If part of the message behind the scenes is, look, I'm not the player I used to be. I am washed. I will listen to D-Mac and Reiter. D-Mac's right. I'm down to be a leader and like be a good guy in the locker room. I'm here for that. I just don't think that's where we are, Bursch.
Well, speaking of Klay, Kevin Durant was comparing the new 76ers to his Warriors team and said the 76ers were much better. He said, quote, ain't close. Joel, MVP recently. Jaylen Brown, recent finals MVP. Tyrese Maxey, all-star the last 3 years. We all know what LeBron does. Klay Thompson,
it's crazy, dude.
Never a MVP candidate in nothing. 22 a game. Draymond, 14 points a game, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Steph Curry, MVP, just like Joel was. I don't get how the Warriors team is better on paper. Klay saw this, then posted to his Instagram story, "Hey man, you good? What you using my full government name for?"
So this is what my daughter says to me all the time, and I'm gonna say it to Kevin Durant. Why y'all mad?
I mean, clearly Steph's the only guy that he liked on that team, I guess.
What are we doing
I mean, that's
here?
crazy. They won 73 games and added KD.
And he won two
He won two championships. He won 2 finals MVPs. Also, too, you talk about Embiid being MVP. What was that, 3 surgeries ago? I mean, it's not the version of Joel Embiid now that he was.
The guy's played fewer than 72 games, it feels like, in the last 3 years. I mean, give me this. Also, can KD, why is KD... How do I say this on the radio show?
How could peak Steph Curry
up to LeBron James like this?
There's got to be some type of ulterior motive, right? There's got to be something to it.
Someday we'll do, like when it's slow, like our hottest true take. And this is not an LA topic, but Steph Curry is by far the better player than Kevin Durant. Like, it's not even close.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
This is also why this guy can't win without Steph Curry, because this is the opposite of leadership. This is the opposite of character. Get back on your burner account.
For sure.
NBA veteran Olden Polynice had this to say
crazy, dude.
About Rich Paul after Paul said Kobe would approve of LeBron's move to Philly.
First of all, I'm going to make this very clear. And this definitely, I'm looking at the camera right now. This goes out to Rich Paul. I have nothing but respect for you as far as what you've accomplished and how you got there. You worked your butt off. But you need to shut the up with that statement. Because that is the most asinine thing Number one, we don't know. You shouldn't bring up Kobe in any way, shape, or form that he would know what, LeBron, the decision LeBron made. That's some bull. Okay? This is clickbait all over again. That's like me walking up and slapping somebody and going, Malcolm X would have understood it. I don't know what the hell Malcolm X would understand. And so to me, don't do that. That's so disrespectful.
Oh, dude, facts. And can I pull him? You and I said this. Remember when Rich did? We were just like, keep Kobe's name out your mouth. But it's one thing for you and I to say that. It's another thing for this dude to say it.
Exactly right. He just put it. He stood on business there. He called him out. And here's the thing, too. I mean, obviously, he's going to say that. A lot of people are going to agree with it, especially us. But what does it say about the fact that LeBron hasn't told Rich Paul what Olden Polynice told Rich Paul, right? That probably means that he either agrees with everything he's saying or that he stamps whatever he's saying or that he's a mouthpiece for everything he's saying. And to me, a Rich Paul is pretty irresponsible from that standpoint to kind of put that kind of stuff out there. But I love to see this. I want more of this. Olden Polynice, he's the man.
Hey, Rich, I really respect you, but shut the bleep up. Shut your bleeping mouth. As you would say, it's crazy business.
Yeah, it's some diabolical stuff, but I love to see it, man. He got Rich slapped.
No, I disavow any knowledge of that after I just did.
Well, it's good stuff.
I was enjoying it too much. Hey, Jaylen Brown had his introductory press conference today, and he spoke about teaming up with LeBron.
I'm looking forward to learning from LeBron. I'm looking forward to learning from all those guys. But even LeBron, just everything that he's endured during his career on and off the floor. Like, one of my favorite things to do is learn. I can't wait to just soak up as much information as I can and apply it to myself.
I mean, I hope so. Actually, I don't hope so. I want the Sixers to lose. Who am I kidding?
It's so weird too. Yeah, I'm going to be hate watching the Sixers and hoping they lose, but it's so weird to see Jaylen Brown kind of in this position. Almost kind of feels and sounds like Kyrie Irving did in Cleveland. Kind of the same personality, a very smart guy, and someone who's a big thinker, is not going to back down. So I'm very curious to see how Jaylen Brown, who is going to be at the height of his career, is going to handle having to deal with all the LeBron stuff that's going to be surrounding that 76ers team.
Dude, I really like Jaylen Brown. Wrote me a handwritten thank you note once.
Really?
Yeah.
What a guy.
Voting him third team All NBA or something. I mean, I'm a fan, right? I'm a fan of the guy. I hope they go 0-82. And not because I hate LeBron, just because that market of all markets, right? I mean, also because of the way he left LA.
Well, speaking of LeBron, he now has a mural in Philadelphia. An image of a mural being the mural being vandalized circulated on Twitter. However, as of right now, the mural is not actually vandalized.
That's the thing, dude. Is like, so this was a propaganda AI slop, but when I saw it, I believed it because that's what they do in Philly. Why the guy that needs to be loved the most in the NBA? It's fine. LeBron has gone to the place that hates people the most unfairly the most in Philly. It is a crazy, crazy pairing.
It is. It did feel like maybe something that we saw here in L.A. when those murals weren't getting the love that he probably had hoped. But, hey, that's that AI slop. But, I mean, hey, they got to embrace him. They will at the beginning. Doesn't mean they will for the entire season. He's got to ball out. That team's got to win for him to win over that city.
41 home games. How many times did he get booed at home?
That's a good over-under.
Yeah, 12.5 over-under?
I think the team's going to... I'd probably give me 12. Give me 12. I think that there's a world where the team just, it's a disaster. I don't know if he gets booed.
Be in the beginning.
You think he'll get directly booed?
I think it's possible, man.
Yeah, that would take a lot. I think for him directly to get booed, that would take a lot. I think the team, if they struggle as a whole.
Do you know what else takes a lot? It takes a lot of love to figure out the NFL together because we got training camp sound segment next on D-Mac and Reiter. Welcome back into the show. D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. Man, last hour already.
Dang,
Flying
darn it, damn it.
You say
Yeah.
dam. Yeah.
Yeah, you get loose with it. Yeah.
Because the dam can break and then the water gets
It
through.
can.
And it comes, it comes out. What are you more scared of? Earthquakes, tornadoes, or hurricanes?
Wow. I would say tornado. Like if I live in a tornado
See, that doesn't scare
region,
me at all.
you can get
Yeah, no, I grew up with it though.
yeah. So, but they're really deadly.
You can also go to Oz though.
It depends. I mean, also too, earthquakes are pretty crazy. I've been through some earthquakes.
I think they're cool as long as everything's okay.
That's San Andreas' fault, man.
I know.
Not.
It's all gonna be good though.
They're all. Hurricanes are extremely damaging.
The water thing scares me.
Yeah.
That kind of freaks me out.
I actually lived in Miami for like a stretch there.
You did?
Yeah, it was like a rant. Like I went to Miami for like a year, lived with my mom because she was there for a year. So there was a little hurricane situation, and it was pretty crazy.
What year were you there? I was there in 2010 and 11.
Oh no, this is like in the 90s.
Okay.
I was like really young. Yeah.
You're like
like 99 or something.
You're a little Doug.
Yeah.
Training camp's underway. We've been talking a lot of football, and Sean McVay, because everyone's around making the round, stuff's happening. Sean McVay joined the NFL Daily podcast and had this exchange about Aaron Donald's workout yesterday.
Aaron Donald working out with the Rams today, which I guess...
Did it come across as a tryout?
It did come across as
Best
a tryout.
that we've ever had.
Okay. You think he could make the team?
Phenomenal.
I think he could make the
The
team.
kid's got a shot.
Yeah, no, that was honestly our way of being able to get a workout with him within the parameters of what's necessary. But Giff Smith said it's the greatest tryout he's ever had.
Dude, Sean McVay sounds so... You mean you're around that? You were an expert on this team. He sounds so happy, man.
He does. I mean, he sounds just downright giddy right there. I mean, just can you imagine being one game away from getting back to the Super Bowl, and then you get the MVP back, you still have Puka Nacua, you add Myles Garrett, and then on top of everything else, Trent McDuffie and Aaron Donald, the best player that's ever put on that helmet. That's what Aaron Donald is, and it feels like he's nearing a return. Just, look, man, schedule the press conference already. Figure out what you have to do from a social media standpoint. It feels like it's imminent.
I'm not at training camp, but listening to McVay, the vibes sound absolutely on fire, dude.
Immaculate vibes. I texted
vibes, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 vibes. One thing I texted a former Ram today and asked him, hey, if Aaron Donald is back at 80%, would he be better than 99% of the defensive linemen? And I was told he's not coming back 80%. He's coming back 90+%. That's what he said. So, I mean, obviously it was one of his former teammates. So
that's a great.
He's going to support his guy. But it tells you the kind of play. Aaron Donald has so much pride, and he doesn't want to come back to this team and get shown up by Myles Garrett, right? He wants them to be equals. So I'm expecting an Aaron Donald return, and not just an Aaron Donald return, but an elite all-pro level version of Aaron Donald.
D-Mac and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. The phone number is 855-97-LA-FAN. You can also hit us up on the stream on YouTube at The Fan LA, at The Fan LA. Obviously, one of the main reasons that we're talking about Aaron Donald, the reason he might return, the reason he was at the training at the facility for the Rams yesterday, and Adam Schefter got a hold of that, is because Myles Garrett, as D-Mac said, is a Ram. That trade that took place this summer. And Garrett spoke to the media after missing practice for 4 straight days.
Feel good. I'm allowed to get sore, a little old. I don't think it's happened every training camp, but, every now and then I get a bump or bruise, and, they're just trying to make sure I get back in 100%.
This dude sounds cool, man.
He does, and he's so confident. I heard him give another answer where he said something along the lines when he was asked about Aaron Donald, where he can recognize Aaron Donald's greatness and also celebrate his own greatness. So just to talk about yourself and Aaron Donald like that kind of tells you that, hey, this is someone that has a lot of confidence in himself, that doesn't feel like there's an ego there. And, yeah, I mean, his whole demeanor, too, it's pretty chilling in the way that he kind of talks about the game, and you see him being very fired up. And, look, this is a guy that doesn't have a Super Bowl. This is a guy that could absolutely cement his legacy as one of probably already one of the best defensive players ever. But you win a Super Bowl, it takes you to a whole nother level. It puts him on that Reggie White, that Lawrence Taylor, that Aaron Donald, that Deion Sanders, that Ronnie Lott list. So he's got a lot to accomplish. And Myles Garrett, dude, you can just see this guy is absolutely happy to be here, be out of Cleveland, be on a team that can contend for a Lombardi trophy.
I'll tell you what, and you said it. You exactly read my mind. You don't become the player Myles Garrett is if you don't care about every single game, and if you're not a psycho in a good way about competition. But other than maybe one season, he's never really had a team where there was an opportunity for greatness. I cannot wait to see what that unleashes in this dude. The ability to be a part of a team worthy of his talents.
Yeah, he's got to feel like he's reborn. I mean, even last year having 23 sacks and being the best defensive player in the NFL, he's done the individual awards thing, right? He's got the deep poise, he's got the accolades. He knows just on individual performance, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. So I think that having him gotten past all that, he's on a team where he's got like-minded people, right? He sees Sean McVay, respects him. He respects Matthew Stafford. He respects Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. So he's got to just feels like a brand new player that's still at the peak of his powers.
D-Mac and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Matthew Stafford was asked about the receivers who are out there at Rams training camp currently battling for that wide receiver 3 spot in the offense.
I think everybody's done a nice job. We have done a really great job, I think, as an offense, just kind of rotating guys in. Obviously, the majority of the reps that I'm having are with those 2 guys. I think Jay Witt's done a hell of a job when he's been in there. Mump's doing a great job, too. Those are the guys that have really kind of taken the majority of the reps with me, a little bit of the X-Man as well. But all those guys just continuing to grow in our offense, right? We have a challenging offense, mentally, physically, all of it. We ask those guys to go in and compete with the football, but also without the football and block, and I think they've done a nice job of that. And then just being able to be where you're supposed to be and compete. And those guys, have risen to the level that we need them to and just continue to get better. So it's been good.
D-Mac, outside of Puka and outside of Devontae, who's the receiver? Is there, maybe there's not one, maybe there's a couple, that you think has the most upside this season?
I think that you're going to see a lot of tight end sets. I think that Terrence Ferguson's a guy that you can almost visualize in that slot role and a guy that can be almost used as a hybrid type receiver tight end. But I think C.J. Daniels, rookie out of Miami, he's turned heads there. You still have Jordan Whittington. He's back. Tutu Atwell is gone. You got Xavier Smith. You've got Konate Mumfield. No true game changers, but C.J. Daniels, rookie out of Miami. The strong hands, does not drop passes, really perfect in that slot role. We know that Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, they're going to do the heavy lifting. But I think that one way to solve this wide receiver 3 thing is going to be to utilize Terrence Ferguson, second-year tight end out of Oregon, but he's someone that you can use down the seams. You can use an athletic, almost hybrid receiver type. So I think that's kind of where they're going to find some of that production.
To quote a former executive editor of mine from the South, you're singing Brock Vereen's song because
I've thought of him.
Yeah, because
Mr. Tight End, dude.
We discussed this earlier, right? How
yeah.
He said on Brock and Alex Midday in LA that he thinks tight ends are going to basically have the moment, getting paid wise too, in a couple years that running backs are having right now.
They're having a moment. I mean, tight ends are different, right? I mean, it's, hey, are they receivers? Are they blockers? But what we've seen in recent years, you've seen game-changing tight ends. I mean, going to Gronk, to Kelsey, to, I mean, even now when you see the rest of the league with Brock Bowers kind of changing the league and how that position's viewed. Another thing, too, as far as how tight ends are so important to the Rams is if you're in 13 personnel with those 3 tight ends, you can use one as a receiver, use one as a blocker, helps in the run game, and it keeps Matthew Stafford, who we just heard, vertical, so there's more blocking involved for him too. But I think that's a great thing with Brock Vereen pointing out is that lots of ebbs and flows with how premium positions are. A few years ago, running backs were treated like the yellow starburst, right? No one wanted it, right? And now it's like
I like the yellow starburst.
You like are you a yellow starburst guy?
Is that the bad starburst?
I mean,
I didn't know that.
I think it's pink, red, orange, and yellow. But hey, that's you.
Seriously, I'll do though. Oh my mouth! I will take 2 or 3 of them and I'll smush them together. I'll do a combo.
See, I'm not the crazy guy. And then you're out here putting Starburst in a blender.
No, just like you take the yellow and you take the orange. You just
make a little Starburst sandwich.
Yeah.
Then
you have a L'Orange.
L'Orange. There you go.
You know?
Mixing flavors right there.
Orange or lemon, just in life in general.
Ooh, orange.
I'm going orange too, yeah.
Big orange guy.
I do cook a lot of lemon, though.
Yeah, that's the cooking. I mean, outside of that, I'm not going to sink my teeth into a lemon.
Over under how many meals, Bursch has cooked in his life? 9.5. What are you doing? I don't mean like I'm making pasta. I threw a pizza in the
like
oven.
his specialty
Like he's cooking,
going on
like
a limb
he's
there.
got the apron on, right? He's got the jazz, or in his case, he's got the Ewok music.
I'm going to
in the
go
background.
12 and at 12.
I'm going to go under. I don't think he's a cook.
I probably have topped 10. I probably have.
So
but
that's a no.
I want to. I just
cooking's
never
great,
have time.
dude. I didn't start cooking until I was, my mid-30s. I love to cook.
Yeah, you got the confit, right? Like you're going crazy with it.
I made a Korean fire chicken a couple days ago. I made a Cameroonian chicken dish a couple days ago. I've got the what is it? I sent the adobo. Am I chicken adobo?
Oh, adobo.
Adobo.
Nice.
But I need a little like tips from you guys. Like, should I go extra vinegar? Like, what's the cheat there?
Yeah, I'd go as the vinegar as you possibly can.
I love
and the
that.
garlic. And the garlic.
Okay.
A lot of garlic. Yes.
Yeah, go with the garlic.
Man,
I made some shark nuggets for my daughter this morning. Yeah.
This morning?
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause
aren't they? Wait, isn't a shark nugget a chicken nugget?
Yeah.
Why do they call it a shark nugget?
Because it's shaped like a shark.
That's adorable.
Yeah. $4.50. I think it was $4.50 on the stove. Leave it in there for 15 minutes. It's pretty complicated stuff.
I mean, it sounds like it sounds like it was happening.
It was.
How many? That's like almost 2 Michelin stars.
Yeah, exactly.
at the McCain house. Mike McDaniel. Are we all team Mike McDaniel? Right?
Absolutely, dude. I'm all in on Mike McDaniel.
He's cool. Spoke about what he's seen from Justin Herbert's learning process so far at Chargers training camp.
What you're asking a quarterback to do is not succumb to the compass of results. It's the process of how we're doing things and his investment and full immersion into that process. Yesterday, he threw a pick simply because he's leaning into the process and getting comfortable with all the different things we're asking him to do. On that particular play, he had his eyes set on an eligible here and reset the throw and got an incredible learning experience that will benefit him in the game.
D-Mac, let me ask you a question you may not love, but maybe you'll love it. I don't know. Because you may dismiss the premise, but I am a Justin Herbert worrier. Is that a better word than doubter? I worry about Herbert and his talent ever winning the way that it should. If you buy the premise that he has a lot to prove and he can prove it, do you think that the fix is more, I know both are important, more from Mike McDaniel, tactical, X's and O's, footwork, or psychological confidence, the sort of that side of things?
I think that the first big challenge for McDaniel is putting Justin Herbert in situations where he can make quick reads, 1 or 2 reads, and get the ball out. Versus last year, one of the reasons why he struggled was pressure more than any quarterback in the NFL. And then when he would break the pocket and get that happy feet, didn't really do a good job on the run. So I think for McDaniel, the trick for him is getting his confidence back to where he knows he can make throws in the pocket, getting receivers open, and find a way to move that offense down the field. Because just so many things went wrong with the Chargers offense last year. The protection wasn't there, and the lack of protection, I think, made him a little gun-shy, right? I think that he was kind of hearing footsteps when he would break the pocket. So I think that for McDaniel to use that offensive brilliance to simplify things, to put his receivers in tight ends. Remember, they got David Njoku, who's a really good pickup. You got Amari and Hampton back, can kind of use that of the backfield in certain spots.
You're the tight end, baby.
This is the year the tight end. I like that. Make that a t-shirt. But yeah, I think that certainly it's McDaniel's tactically putting in positions where you simplify the offense a little bit, and you take advantage of the fact that Justin Herbert can make every throw on the football field.
Justin Herbert, speaking of which, was on the Richer Lives podcast and spoke about how his rookie contract impacted, from his view, the way he handled this thing we're talking about, especially early in his career, the pressure.
Yeah, I think for a couple of years, I definitely felt that pressure, and I think it's really difficult as a 24-year-old that you don't have a whole lot of life experience, and it was really hard for me not to see that, oh, they pay me this money, I need to play it a certain way. I need to hold myself accountable. And if I don't, I'd feel really poorly about myself. And so I think it's been the past couple of years of just figuring out how to kind of disassociate yourself from the result and things like that, because there should be nothing that can change how I feel about myself and how much fun I have playing the sport. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes the past couple of years, money maybe has gotten in the way of that.
I find that really encouraging, because I think the thing that's really important when you're in a high-pressure job is self-awareness, and it's very hard to come by when you are being fed grapes and you're making millions of dollars and you're the guy. Like that is again, it's a clip from a podcast, and we'll see what he does in the field. And obviously in the National Football League, like a lot of competitions in life, like the target fires back. But I like what I'm hearing from Justin Herbert in that he's talking about, I haven't lived up to the pressure all the time, and here are some really thoughtful reasons that I figured about why and how I go about this.
Yeah, I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy the fact that he addresses it head on, that he doesn't shy away or deny that those questions are out there. Look, Justin Herbert has been the best hypothetical quarterback in the NFL over the last couple of years, right? So I don't want that to be the case. I want that to have real results, not, if he has the offensive line, if he has an offensive coordinator, if he has a receiver, if. I think for him, he's got to have that breakthrough moment, winning a playoff game, finishing with more wins, maybe competing for the MVP. He needs to level up. Hasn't been in the best situation. I think that it's fair to give him a little grace from that standpoint, but he's just too talented to kind of not have this much success. Honestly, there's a lot of similarities to me between Justin Herbert and Luka Doncic, right? It's just talented.
That's a great comp.
They are undeniably gifted, but haven't won anything.
Luka great under pressure, though.
And Luka has been great under pressure.
Yeah, but that's a really good. The thing about quarterbacks and guys like Justin Herbert in particular, it's D-Mac and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports, is that I think you're fairly going to be labeled as whatever it is, right? When you don't succeed at that position, especially today, but as soon as you win, it's over. Like the minute you win enough, and I think in Herbert, what's enough for Herbert this year? If he got to an AFC Championship game and played out of his mind and lost to whoever, that's enough, right? For this step.
I mean, pigs would fly if they won the Super Bowl, but I think if you won 2 playoff games,
I think
that would exceed expectations for me.
Questions of pressure are over, and your top 5 quarterback thing is, I think, real.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think that's for Josh Allen, you got to win a Super Bowl, or maybe get there and play well. I just mean it. But Josh Allen's he's played so good in the last few playoff games that he's lost. D-Mac and Reiter. Okay, so a guy that has not played well of late, I think this guy is washed, and I could be wrong, is Kirk Cousins. And Kirk Cousins spoke with ESPN today, in fact, about his relationship with rookie quarterback and number 1 overall pick, Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah, good quarterback room. We've enjoyed just working together as a group. We have good dialogue every day, and I think that the organization is positioned well, having drafted Fernando, and I'm gonna try to hold him off as long as I can, and we'll see how it goes up ahead.
I mean, he does sound like a good guy, doesn't he? Which is, I think, what do you need more from Kirk Cousins? Good guy or good quarterback? Good guy in the quarterback room? If you're the Raiders.
That's the most important thing. I don't think there's any Raiders fans out there, the Raiders, that truly think that they're going to make a deep run in the playoffs or win a Super Bowl. So I think it really is about showing Fernando Mendoza the way, right? Showing them the ropes, how to be a pro, how to understand the offense. I think that's the guys like Kirk Cousins are still in this league because of their character. And for someone like a Kirk Cousins, it's just being a pro and giving the Raiders a professional presentation of what a quarterback looks like. I don't think there's realistic hope that they're going to be anything. So I think for him, it's just going out there and making sure the Raiders are respectable.
So by the way, just quick shout out to my guy Lauren, who's a longtime listener and just hit me up on the old Substack. He's listening to the show. He's loving it. Want to know about the Korean fire chicken?
Lauren.
Yeah, Lauren. His wife is Korean. He's like I'm gonna pop him the recipe. Dude, this one's easy to make too.
Korean chicken?
Korean fire chicken.
Oh, I haven't tried that yet.
So good, man.
That's trendy.
Is it trendy?
Yeah,
it was a TikTok video that went off, I think.
Yeah.
I think a Korean grandma, right, made one, and then some other person did a video of her. I don't know. It's what is the best Filipino dish that you've ever had? Like not the single time, but the one kind of I like this. I like this, like steak or what's
I would say sinigang.
Okay,
soup.
What is it?
You got
what's the flavor profile?
Little ginger vibes in it. You can go pork with it.
Oh, I'm getting so hungry.
Yeah, you put a little bok choy in that thing.
Bok choy.
Yeah.
Okay, Birch. Survey says.
My answer is also sinigang.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, sinigang goes hard, dude.
It's got a sour broth. It's excellent. Yeah, you do it with pork belly especially, or pork ribs. You can do it with shrimp as well. It's great.
Could I make it pretty easily? Is it a pretty easy recipe? Yeah, in the sense, if it's not gonna take me. I made one the other day. I didn't realize on Saturday. Luckily, I didn't realize it was 7 hours. So I was just in the kitchen the entire day.
I think you do it. I think you just gotta follow directions. I think you can hammer it out.
Can cook. Anybody can cook.
Yeah.
Birch, you could be a chef, bro. You could be Chef Boyar Birch. You know what I'm saying? I believe in you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, I just killed the vibe there.
I'm just looking at some of these Korean dishes. I was in Seoul, South Korea. I went there and they had like some of the best food I've ever had. Was it it's like jangjorim? It's like a braised beef with eggs and a yukjeon. It's this egg battered pan fried beef, dude. It's Korean food is amazing. Yobaseo.
Oh, dude, like I'm gonna read you something. Like I can't pronounce it, have that, but like gochujara, the Korean red pepper flakes. You ever had these? They're unbelievable. Gaochang, which is like I think I'm saying it wrong, but like it's a Korean red pepper paste.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, throw a bunch of soy sauce in there and a bunch of get some rice cakes and put them in the dish and just. I'll have you guys over for dinner sometimes.
Yeah,
sometime.
I'm down.
What, is your
you
daughter,
and Bruno?
Is your daughter yeah. We can invite him too.
Yeah.
I was more thinking your wife.
Oh
and
yeah,
your kid.
they can roll. I just want you now. Well,
Doug. This is my buddy Doug and his wife Jean. Guys, this is my non-life partner Bruno. We made Lori leave. That's crazy. Bruno, I did hang last night.
I kick with the homies all the time,
dude. Next time Bruno and I go out to Musso and Frank, you should come, man.
Let's hit it, bro.
Would you ride with us?
Dude, I love that the mashed potatoes at Musso and Frank's.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, they're really good.
Did I miss on that?
I think you did.
I think
I'm a big
mashed
mashed potato guy.
I'm too. I love the mashed.
Got to put the chives on the top.
I never order them though. Anywhere I go.
What do you get? Just like a nice little steak action?
Got a little steak. I got a little French onion soup action. I got the third martini. That was probably an error in judgment. Oh, I got a key lime pie.
Oh, key lime pie.
We had some side. Oh, potatoes au gratin. Oh man. And it cost $1.
That's it.
D-Mac and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. All right, there's time for you to still submit questions. You can do that on the chat at The Fan LA, on YouTube. It's mailbug. Nope, it's a mailbag, and we're doing it. I don't know if I can talk, but we're gonna do it anyway. Next on D-Mac and Reiter. What up? Welcome back into the show, D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. Is blue your favorite color?
It is.
It is. I'm a green guy.
Blue's my favorite color. It really is. I mean, blue, Dodger blue.
You had blue icing on you
I
earlier.
did, yeah. So, yeah, well, I was chewing on some cake.
Those of you who need to know this, Bursch goes, he had some cake and it was everywhere, and Bursch goes, let me get you a napkin, and lickety split, Doug goes, no, I bleed Dodger blue. It was so good, dude.
It's good times.
I enjoyed it. It's time for, do you want to do the mail? We don't have mailbag imaging. Do you want to do it? Do you want to read it?
It's time for D-Mac and Reiter's mailbag.
Hell yeah. All right. Whoa. That was awesome.
I don't know what that was.
It was better than it's me. That was me doing an Ewok.
That's the best ever.
Based on yesterday's thing. All right. IG Yellow 8. If the Lakers and Dodgers both were playing the Finals World Series Game 7, which game are you choosing to attend? Same day and time. Just for the sake of,
Ooh, that's a good one. Dodgers, Lakers.
I know. This is easy for me.
You going Dodgers?
100%. Because I've been to 14 finals or whatever.
Yeah,
that's an obnoxious answer, but I've just been to so many finals games that I've only been to one game 7 of a World Series. It was the one that the Cubs won.
Yeah, I'd absolutely say that because you know why? The Dodgers haven't won a World Series at Dodger Stadium to finish out the World Series since they beat the Yankees in 1963. So it's Game 7 at home Dodger Stadium to finish a three-peat. Hell yeah, I'm going to Dodger Stadium.
Let's get it. By the way, Mom, again, this is for former sort of Substack listener. What up, Lauren? Bill, listening to 97.1 on my drive home. So shout out to Brett Weidel for listening to the show. Dude, I love just the people listening everywhere, man.
Got to follow your guy.
Doing the thing. And by the way, if you have been looking for, obviously Doug does a lot of media stuff over the course of his career. This is the spot to get all of the DMAC insight here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports, including this is not a secret, a new Rams podcast that's coming out, I guess, when the season starts. Can't wait, dude.
We got to get this hype thing done first.
You're going to rock it, bro. You are going to crush that.
Hey, man.
I actually was in this little overshare. I was in the restroom, everyone, and I was like, washing my hands, and I was like, what am I going to listen to his Rams pod or the show on the drive home? Because sometimes I'll re-listen to the show on the drive home.
Hey, look, I'm sure once the season gets going, we're going to be all Rams here all the time, as long as. As well as the other big teams, the Raiders, the Chargers, but it's going to be a lot of Rams here on this show for sure. But the pod's going to be a good listen, too. We're going to have you on as a guest.
I'm going to listen. Are you?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
You know your Rams.
I can't wait, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in. Robert Wallace, 490, our guy, right, who has been a hero of the day before, writes in, mailbag question, third time's a charm, 1 vote for a non-Hall of Fame NBA player. It's Sean Kemp for him. Robert Horry, Hall of Famer, question mark. Looking forward to your answers and love the show. Man, who is an NBA player that hasn't made the Hall of Fame?
Well, it's tough because, the NBA is a little different.
I know.
I'll say Derek Fisher.
Oh, that's such a great answer for so many reasons.
Hey, look, one of the most clutch players ever.
My son Henry went to the dentist today, didn't get great news, and was just sitting there in the waiting room and opened a magazine, and there was Derek Fisher, an article about 97.1 The Fan and Derek Fisher.
Would you have Derrick Rose?
That's dude.
What's up?
That's freaky. That's like mentalist stuff. That's exactly who I was going to go with.
Were you going to go Derrick Rose?
You literally just that's actually, we're spending too much time together. You just reached into my brain and yeah, because he is going to be probably the only player in NBA history to win an MVP and not be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And have I told you my Derrick Rose story?
No, you mentioned something about Derrick Rose.
So very quickly, I was working for Fox Sports 1 at the time, and I covered the Heat, but I was living in L.A., right? And we flew out to, I don't know why we went to Miami for, I would do TV hits and stand-up interviews and stuff like that, right? And I guess it was Derrick Rose's, I don't remember why, but we had to get Rose. It might have been his first game back from an injury. And nice guy, happens, not his fault, but the cameraman took us to the wrong place. I'm like, no, I think he's like, no, he's doing a special thing over here. And we missed him, and we ran down the hallway to this was our assignment. And you know when you walk into a locker room and the guys are all dressed and they're all leaving? Derrick Rose was the last person. There was no one in the locker room. He was fully dressed. He was leaving the Miami arena. And I looked, and I go, oh, shoot. And he goes, everything all right? I'm like, no, dude, my bad. I just going to try to interview you. And he's like, how long do you need? I'm like, 4 or 5 minutes. He's like, let's do it. And he waited while the guy set up the lights. He didn't know me, dude. And then did an interview with me.
That sounds really cool.
What a great guy.
I wouldn't put him as someone that I would learn as a great guy because he's just kind of stoic.
He's
kind of to
I think
himself.
He's quiet, dude.
Yeah.
So Derrick Rose, automatic Hall of Famer for me.
Yeah.
For just being kind.
Sean, I used to love Sean Kemp. I know it sounds crazy and weird, but he had these Reebok shoes called the Kamikazes
That's a good
that I
one.
made my mom buy me. I had a Sonic Sean Kemp jersey.
You did?
I was obsessed with Sean Kemp. I don't think it makes the Hall. I mean, I'm looking up right now at three second-team All-NBAs. I think that Amari Stoudemire probably deserves a shot before him. Amari's
a good one.
Yeah, Amari. Sean Kemp was just the Rain Man, as they called him.
I know everybody thinks I'm like hyper confrontational. Maybe that's because I am, but I will say that like one of the things that I liked most about TV and to a lesser extent radio, but TV was that I got to sort of cross that threshold from covering athletes to being around them as a human being, and I think they also had a different view of journalists after that. I didn't realize, this is dumb, but I knew guys want to be in the Hall of Fame, but I just assumed that if you were Hall of Famer, you knew you were going to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if he'd get mad if I told this story, but I was with Gary Payton, a bunch of us were, when he found out he was in the Hall of Fame, and he started crying. I mean, I was just, it was like, but of course you're in the, right? Like it was one of those, like, of course you're going to get it. So just the magnitude of how much that matters to guys, like I saw that on a human level for the first time.
That's really cool. I know that a lot of people kind of clown the Basketball Hall of Fame because it's not just the NBA where it's like Cooperstown with MLB and the NFL, but still the Hall of Fame's a Hall of Fame. Like it really is. So it means something to these guys, and just to be a Hall of Famer, it's a big deal. The NBA Hall of Fame speeches are some of the best ever. The vindictive Michael Jordan one,
So good.
Yeah, there's so many good ones.
I love D Rose. I'm not trying to like bring up old mean stuff, but like remember he missed. I covered this, so I remember I covered the national championship game between Kansas and Memphis. I'll have to tell my Calipari story someday. It was a bad moment. D Rose makes those free throws. Maybe Memphis wins. If Memphis wins, maybe it's a better case because there are other factors.
That's a good one.
I know. Donnie Boy 05. Sports writer is crazy, but straight up practical and realistic. DMAC is crazy. That is a crazy that leans more delusional and overly optimistic. So we're just crazy different.
I don't know about that. I mean,
he's calling you optimistic.
Optimistic. I'm optimistic
and I think
that
he's calling me straight up practical and realistic, but that might.
I don't know. You're
translate to
Mr.
me.
Salary floor, so
you didn't like that. I'm sorry.
It's not true.
I pushed too
It's
hard.
not true.
I apologize.
They don't want a salary floor.
We're gonna go back to
they don't have luxury tax on the salary.
To the second segment. Ready? I'm sorry.
I don't need to apologize.
Can you play?
You can't have a salary floor without a cap.
Can you play the slap?
That also squeezes the middle class of the MLB. What?
I love middle class.
Yeah.
Of the MLB.
Okay. Slapped their fans in the face.
I apologize.
No. Hey.
I do.
No, don't need one, man.
I'm going to come hug you right now.
No, man.
I'm thinking about it.
Hey, we'll see.
Is that good radio? Can they hear that? No. Okay. You want some more?
Yeah.
T-Mac and Reiter, mailbag, New 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Easy 213. This is about our Dodgers conversation earlier. This is a cool point. We have 7 aces. We just need 3 hot bats.
Wow.
I'm not sure it's right, but I'm not sure it's wrong. It's a good call. It's a good take.
It really is, honestly. I mean, look at that Braves team. The first name that popped into my head was Eddie Rosario for that Braves team. It's like if one dude goes nuclear,
yeah, great pull.
Like it changes everything. Because the thing is, when you're in the postseason, offense naturally is going to go down. And also just better teams with better pitching has the advantage. So you get a couple guys that get hot, they can carry you. I mean, look at Tommy Edman, the 2024 NLCS. Look at Freddie Freeman basically single-handedly won the Dodgers the World Series with his offense in 2025. So I agree. It sounds kind of wild to think that only 3. Man, you can do it with only 2. But 3 you'd feel really good about with the staff, as you pointed out.
I guess the 3 hot bats could be 1 per series.
Yeah, right, for sure. Everyone kind of has their moment. We know Kike's gonna have his moment. It feels like, but yeah,
I want Shohei to have. You've said this. This is something you have said a lot. I'm not trying to. Shohei having that series would be in the World Series would be awesome.
It would. It truly, absolutely would. I think that's something where there was a world where Shohei could have won the World Series MVP. Let's say he had a really good start in Game 7 and maybe a home run or 2. He could have kind of stolen it late.
Yep.
It was the heroics of Yoshinobu Yamamoto and the fact that he went 2 consecutive games with 0 days rest and got the job done. But in the NLCS, up until that Game 4, it was not going to be Shohei to win that NLCS MVP. He has the greatest game ever, 3 home runs and 10 strikeouts. So he's so good, to your point, Bill, that he can win an MVP in the World Series based on like 1 or 2 games alone because he pitches and hits. So we need to see it. In fact, I'm going to say I want it. He needs to have it.
I'm with you. I'm totally down with it. The whole thing, everything you said, cosign. Ty Cobb Blends from the LA Times, he writes, quote, it's about PCA, quote, raised in Los Angeles by a Chicago native father, Crow-Armstrong grew up under a household rule forbidding him from rooting for the Dodgers. That is
Yeah, I think I forgot where I heard that. His dad's like a big Cubs fan.
Yeah.
He went to Harvard Westlake, which is like the fanciest high school, right?
Right on one of the canyon roads.
Yeah.
I just randomly drove by it the other day. Do you ever just drive through the canyon road just to be out there? It's cool.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
No, yeah. No,
Just
my
drive
mom
around.
used to live at Benedict Canyon back in the
Oh,
day.
really?
Yeah.
You're a canyon road kid.
Yeah, you know what's up.
Little Miami?
Little
Pasadena? You know what I'm saying?
Little Bangor, Maine.
This last one is from @SportsWriter.
Oh.
@SportsWriter.
You're in the chat? I didn't do anything in the chat today.
Do you want a hug?
Always want a hug. Doug's always wants a hug.
All right, the Doug hug's coming. You know what? You all can see it on the chat if you're still watching. Ooh, not anymore. I'm a germaphobe. Doug hug canceled. We will reveal the D-Mac and Ryder hero of the day next on D-Mac and Ryder. First like 9 hours a week. You're on the air. Welcome back into the show. I don't know what's going on. D-Mac, yesterday's show was unhinged, but we've had some moments today that has been off the rail. D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com, or text injury help to 40222. That is injury help to 40222.
Did my guy win?
You want? We're just right to it.
Oh no, I'm just curious. Like, see, because
drive.
No, Birch loves that bit.
I know he does. Do you have any drops of Doug from earlier today? Because I think drops are funny.
Yeah, I love the drops.
I do too. You know what the answer?
Slapped their fans in the face. Yeah, I felt good about that one.
In the face, bro.
In the face.
Yeah. We do have a winner. Whoa, this one's close.
Is it?
Wait, we have a tie?
We have a tie.
How do we? I forgot how we do ties. It's the D-Mac and Reiter Hero of the Day. The nominees were Road Ballparks for Kyle Tucker. That didn't do well. Brandon Gomes. That didn't do well for being a GM. For being out there.
Yeah. Wow.
Being a human person.
I tried.
Madison Beer and her grapes from Donnie Boy and Mookie Betts. You know what? I think the tie should go to the listener. Are we down with that?
I'm cool with that.
Madison Beer and her grapes is the hero of the day.
I'm all for that.
Can I ask you a question? I don't understand the seductive appeal of grapes. Like, why is a grape ooh?
You don't like so yeah.
I like grapes, but
it's kind of like his
the image
yeah
of the,
you got to be like kind of
man feeding the grapes to the partner would be ooh, I got grapes.
Yeah, it's kind of sensual,
man.
It's kind of romantic.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it any of those things?
I mean, because
How is it sensual?
Because you got to take your two fingers, a small grape, and kind of like put it right
that's
through it, right?
All right.
I mean, they're small.
That's a great point.
Wow.
I think Birch is going to boom. Oh, I got to cheer. Birch makes a face
why
like
don't
he
you think that
swallowed a
though?
lemon sometimes.
I mean, it's
when I make a
strawberry.
joke.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think
I feel good about myself.
Strawberries could be pretty romantic, right?
You can say sensual. It's fine.
Sensual.
You got it. You just got right after it. You know.
Oh man.
I mean, in fairness, it's all in the. So it depends who's doing the feeding of the food, right?
Yeah.
I would enjoy it a lot more from Lori than from you, for example, right? I mean, there's just. But the grape.
I would enjoy it from you.
Okay.
I'd be grateful.
That's good. That's good.
That's great.
You know what? That joke was fine.
Wait, stop this. Stop this now. I'm calling it.
You did. Look, it's not fair to say that you put a stop to the pun fest. The pun off. Our boss simply sensed your
No. This is ridiculous.
I agree.
Okay.
Anyway, congratulations to Donnie Boy for hanging out in the chat and give us some really good perspectives and thoughts. Thank you very, very much. I don't necessarily buy the idea that a day off in baseball is that significant, but you've covered this sport a lot longer than I have, and you've done it recently. Is there a world where having a day off is a reset? Not even the Dodgers 6-game losing streak. I don't think either of us are freaked out about that. I think it's maybe the signs within it. But if you're Kyle Tucker and Mookie Betts, Tucker's really the guy because I think there might be just a physical deterioration for Mookie. Do you buy the idea that a Thursday off for Kyle Tucker can spark something in August?
I do. I mean, I think you look at just recently, Mookie had the 4-hit game. Kyle Tucker had some big moments offensively, had the home run.
That's fair. That's true.
I do think that this is a team that just played two of the best and hottest teams in baseball with the Red Sox and the Cubs. I mean, those are two of the best teams after the All-Star break. And I think for the Dodgers, you've kind of gotten off that emotional high of Tarek Skubal becoming a Dodger, and now too.
Our boss is in the chat about your grape comment. Sorry.
I know, really. And I'm sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Sorry.
You're so funny.
So grateful for that.
I
don't know why.
Interrupting you because your joke
You're
from
crazy,
5 minutes
dude.
ago is circle back to the boss chat.
Hey, man, that's what's up. So I will say this, though.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to whine.
No, there it is. There it is. There it is.
Thank you.
There it is. I think with this team, though, there is a different sense of, hey, not only do we get a day off, we get the familiarity of going against a division opponent, and it's the Diamondbacks. And think about this, Bill. How crazy would it be if we come in Monday and the Dodgers are just 5 games up on the Arizona Diamondbacks?
All right, so we need to find, because you did, and you got at me a little bit, and I may have been slightly dismissive of your point, which doesn't sound like me here on D-Mac and Reiter, but it may have occurred, and I will take that, I will eat that crow, if in fact...
Because I said the division wasn't won yet?
Yeah,
you
I did.
Yeah, we'll talk a lot about it tomorrow.
Let me again show you something. I'm sorry.
No, I don't need it.
No, but it's good to do.
What I need is your ability to find the perfect moment. Because the way you got the slap comment, we could play it again.
Yeah, can we play the 2 short ones? They're good. Birch over there eating grapes or something.
What's your favorite grape? Green. The Brewers basically slapped their fans in the face.
And then we have this version.
Slapped their fans in the face. Oh, we have multiple versions?
3. There's 3. Yeah, we did 3. We did 3 cuts of your comments.
What would the process look like of you going to get the receipts?
Me smiling ear to ear.
Okay, but did you go to the podcast, go to YouTube?
Actually, you walked in on it. I went through the YouTube, and you walked in on it yesterday, and I immediately muted my computer. I think Birch and Sammy were in there working, and we were and I was like, I think Birch, you were sitting across from me, and I was like, I'm gonna find it. Oh, I couldn't find it, and then I got close, and I knew I was close, and I saw you like, what? Because you walk in with a big smile and you wave, and I almost felt bad. You're like, what's up, fools, or whatever. I'm like, hey, Doug.
It's so well executed. I tried one a couple weeks ago, and I basically got a clip that basically made it seem like my take was wrong.
No, your take was wrong.
Well, it was.
You cell phoned. It was amazing.
It was a cell phone. So I got some up my sleeve. I got some listening to do. My dream one is to find you. Even if I have to get a deep fake or an AI.
Don't do AI.
Deep fake?
No.
AI.
That's called a lie.
Okay, so what?
It's called
okay, so let me ask you a
lying.
question. What did you say about Eric Lauer?
He sucks.
And what else did you say?
I don't.
Okay, so I'm just gonna use that one tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know
say
you're
it was
doing.
for May.
Yeah, but it's a lie.
We did call him a bum.
But I know you're right.
And he is now,
Again,
by the way. So
this is something you should practice. Ready? I was wrong. I'm sorry.
I would like to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Yeah, that's why I do this, because you need to just I'm
gonna get you though.
Yeah. By the way, you get no quarter from me, because yesterday we did a whole show plan here on D-Mac and Reiter. In the last minute, you're like, we should actually do It's Time to Panic. Not Is It Time to Panic? It's Time to Panic. And I'm like, okay. You're like, is that fine? I'm like, yeah, dude. We do it. We can. You and I are both, I think, very good at sort of giving the other one grace on what they want to talk about, which is really great. I'm like, okay. So I came in and did the whole like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Welcome to the show, D-Mac and Reiter. It might be time to panic. And then you go, you're an idiot. Who would think it's time to panic? And Birch, is that not true?
I know.
That's very true.
Yeah. What? You set me up. Like that was
We'll bring that back tomorrow. I got some more thoughts on the panic meter.
I like it when you do that, because I told this to someone else recently. Another thing.
Talking about me on my back?
You're just giving me a green light. And
Okay.
I'll take it. I'll take the green light all day
I'll give you all
long.
the ammunition you need. I'm Teflon over here, baby.
We should do is it panic time? Literally, time to panic. I crossed off our thing.
Yeah.
Time to panic.
Time to panic, question mark.
And then I came in and I actually showed it to you, like, is this right? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, cool. And then we came in and you basically did how could you, as a non-ball knower,
I would never say that.
Ever suggest like an idiot it's time to panic? And I was like, okay, I guess we're doing that trick.
We'll bring it back tomorrow. We'll bring it back tomorrow.
Bring him up back tomorrow.
The panic thing.
Okay.
As far as leading up to that series. But look, I do think the Dodgers, nice little R&R in Arizona. You got a big division matchup. I'm expecting a much bigger and better performance from this Dodgers team, knowing what's at stake. You got to get back in the win column tomorrow in Arizona. We're going to talk about it, so I'm excited.
By the way, you have some friends who are Real Madrid fans. Right? So really quickly, guys, I hope you guys choke on the fact that Barcelona just stole Rodri from you. It is magical. The end.
I saw that. That happened?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
It's happening. It's not done yet.
Wow.
Yeah. It's kind of like you misrepresented me. It's not done yet, but we know it's coming. It's coming probably tomorrow.
Wow. That is
Eric Lauer, never doubted him. Just kidding. I actually said he was a bum, and Doug corrected me, and you were right.
Oh, get that sound. We'll see us
you
from May.
I'm sorry. Thanks for hanging. He's D-Mac. I'm Reiter. It's D-Mac and Reiter. We appreciate you. We'll see you back here tomorrow on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports.